I'm running the laps you get when you're late for training.
I'm doing this lap so you can get to training safely.
Because late is always better than never.
Being late isn't the end of the world.
For causing a road crash by going even a little bit over the limit could be.
This lap so you can all get footy and back safe.
This lap?
This lap.
This lap.
This lap is so you can show up for your team and slow down on the road.
There is literally no reason for you to speed.
So this lap, so you don't have to rush.
Hang on. Why am I running laps? I'm retired.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
You know how to calm me down. You know how to calm me down. You know how to well with a king-size TV featuring the very latest in smart technology. See the specialists in king-size TVs at Harvey Norman now. Your locally owned and operated Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Ponds.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Fair to say we're working under a bit of sufferance with this very strong northwesterly breeze for South Point Garden Supplies. Let's go down boundary side. Very good afternoon once again to Jane Birch. Birchie, can you just give us a little bit of an update on the conditions you are being confronted by out there on the wing on Drew Oval?
Yeah, it's absolutely blowing a gale, King. You're right, it's in a northwesterly direction, so it's certainly favouring the Autumn Street end, but into that intersection with Minerva Road there, so into the pocket. Kirsch, get your today because there could be a few out on the full, I feel. Really, really tricky condition. I mean, depending if the team can use it efficiently. It's up to a 6-goal breeze. I mean, it's going to be very, very tough trying to score towards that cemetery end. So the toss today is going to be crucial, and whoever can get off to a really good start. In terms of the ground, there's not much grass coverage at this time of the year, which we would expect. There's a little bit around the perimeter, a bit of green grass, but pretty dry out here in the middle and challenging conditions.
All right, thank you for that, Birchie. South Point Garden Supplies. Ash and the team, 15 Boneyards Avenue in Torquay, just behind the Bunnings. Let's get a head-to-head for White Cross Healthcare, Kirsch, scooters, walkers, but much more. Trusted advice, best solutions at White Cross Healthcare, Fine Street in South Geelong. What is your head-to-head this afternoon?
Oh, tough one today, Kingy, because the big forwards are going to battle today, I think, and the mids are going to have a stoppage fest today. So we're going to go the ball magnets. Whilst they might not play on each other, we're going to see who has the biggest influence in the game. Two of the best in the business, two of the absolute kings of possession. Jack Buckley versus Bailey Scott today. Could well be Bailey Scott's last game in JFL. So we'll see what happens there, Jack Buckley versus Bailey Scott.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that one. Thank you for that, Kirsch. Some suspicion that there might be an ex-AFL player heading to the GD FNL, and you might have a little bit more on that. We had a KFC tip-off during the week on the KFC tip-off line, and we went with it, but we couldn't get any real clarity around who it might have been. But Kirsch, you might have been talking to some people who know who might be playing at a GD FNL club next year.
I heard a little whisper this morning that Ling Jong might be finding his way out to Anarchy, the former Bulldogs superstar. So he must be friends with Lukey Dallahouse, I would suggest. And that rumour has certainly gathered some momentum to what I heard this morning. So watch this space, King. I'm sure you'll be all over it if it does eventuate. And that one is gathering some momentum.
Thank you for that, Kirsch. Grovedale 52, lead North Shore 9, South Barwon 32, Geelong West 8 around the grounds for Leopold. Sport is your complete family venue, 135 Kensington Road in Leopold. And of course, it's VFL qualifying final this afternoon, and at 3/4 time, Werribee in control over the Cats 44-17 in a qualifying final that will see the winner go through to a prelim and the loser through to a semi-final. AFLW round 1 continues, and in Canberra, the Giants 29 lead the Bulldogs 8. We think the Bulldogs are going to be strugglers this year. Things are underway in the GDFNL and the BFNL. Benfenel a late out for the Hawks, and they will take on Torquay, and Torquay 1 lead Drysdale 0 at Leopold Memorial Park. East Geelong and Belmont Lions is also underway this afternoon. That clash with East Geelong, I believe, winning the toss and kicking to the breakwater end of the ground, and East Geelong 2 lead at Belmont Lions, no score, 7 minutes gone, so they haven't conceded a goal yet, have the Belmont Lions. Birchie, A&B Australia quality shelving. Did you get an eye on the toss, or hasn't that not taken place yet?
Yep, just took place, and Joey's have won the toss, and they'll kick with the aid of that breeze in the first quarter.
Right, win the toss, win the game. GF Bellarine Grand Final Torquay style, maybe. We'll keep an eye on that one. The KFC X poll, thanks to KFC Newcombe, Belmont, North Geelong and Armstrong Creek, now open till midnight 7 days a week. We had a twister today, which was very, very nice, and the popcorn chicken and the like. The poll is in, and we can tell you Joey's 67%, Colac 33%. So 2-1 Joey's to Colac. Birchie, who wins and by how much today?
Oh, look, I think Joey's will be too strong, as they have been all season, and they'll win by 35 points.
Thank you for that. Laurie Hill, winner and margin, please. Joey's by
36 points.
Joey's by 36 points. Thanks, Loz. Jason Doherty.
Joey's by
4 points.
Joseph's by 4 points. For me, Joey's by 13. This won't be a high-scoring affair this afternoon. I reckon teams might struggle to get to 36 points unless somebody really gets the breeze. All right, the pendulum. Does the breeze, Matthew Kershaw, in the expert chair for the Sporting Globe with your pendulum, does the pendulum not swing as wildly, or does it swing more wildly in the breeze?
I don't know. The pendulum hasn't had to face these conditions before, so...
Don't get sidetracked by the wind. Remember that.
I understand that. I'm not even going to factor in the wind today, so I just watched Oscar Morrison and Paddy de Grande having some real discussions about head over the ball style kicking there, so trying to change Paddy's kicking style before a game's interesting. But anyway, the St Joseph's are plus 205 in the offensive column. They are plus 263 points in the defensive column. That's a 468-point swing in favour of St Joseph's, both ends of the ground. Over 17 games, that's a 27-point swing to St Joseph's today. Wind or no wind, that is the margin they will win by today.
St Joseph's by 27 points, according to Kirch's pendulum. Players have made their way into position. Some Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups. I just can't get my head around Cam Tudor. This will be the first time we've called him since he returned from a 2-year stint at Greenvale in the Essendon League, wearing the very heavy number 66. Surely they could have worked out a way to get him a lower number by now.
I reckon he might be happy with that, to be quite fair. But they might look at him and go, oh, look at this bloke, 66 I'm playing on.
I'm not too sure he's been to the Grandies and bought a pair of St Joey's socks either. I think he's just got a pair of black socks on.
Right.
Come on, Cam, tidy it up. You play with a de Grande.
He wouldn't care. He was giving me a bit of lip before this broadcast. So he's in the crosshairs.
Drysdale 6, Torquay 2 around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. We'll stay across all the scores this afternoon. Bellarine prelim final, GDFL second semi-final. 2 GFNL games are already underway, and Grovedale and South Barn respectively in control of those matches. Bell Park and St Mary's is the other result we're keeping a close eye on. Umpires this afternoon, Josh Brown, Jack O'Neill and Tom Janke controlling this one at Drew Oval. Players are in position and we are in position as well. KRLFootball.live and through AFL Barwon TV. Welcome to viewers this afternoon, especially those watching from the Colac Otway region. We're underway, first quarter for Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Here's Jace.
Side Bell gets it down for Colac in the middle, but Northam follows it up. He's the opposite number. He gives it away to James Hickey. Right foot kick inside, forward 50. Antonak back in the team, wrapped up for St Joey's, and about 20 metres out from goal there will be a ball up, and that's the way Kirsch, if you got the breeze, get in there straight away.
Ball him out. Louis Antonak's doing very well to be in Werribee and here at the same time.
Max McLaughlin. But anyway, it's great. All right, there you go. Well, off you go, Kingy.
High ball towards half back. It's okay. Ball bounces out of bounds.
I'm out. See ya.
You haven't even got his name on the list.
I've got Max. It's okay. Force of habit. Force of habit.
The wind blew it off.
The wind blew it off.
It's going to be a free kick.
I think Gibbo said the shallow was a bit full earlier on, so it's one of those days.
I did hear him say that.
It's the wind.
Really? Oh, wow. Short ball, Zach Knights has taken the mark. I reckon Matty Knights is here this afternoon, is he, Jace?
Guess what? Max McLaughlin's going to be called Louis Antonak all day.
Yes, he is. To about 25 from goal, big spoil by Zy Bell. Can't be taken cleanly by de Grande. It's out of bounds in the left forward pocket at the southern or windswept end of Drew Oval. It is I don't think we've had breeze like this. This is worse than what we copped last Sunday at St Mary's.
They've gone tall, St Joseph's in their forward line. Hunter Lewis is starting off the bench, and they're going with Tudor, de Grande and Morrison as the tools.
Ball's allowed to bounce from the ruck contest. Colac will look to clear. Hayes put his head over the footy, got a handball up. Bailey Scott, is he coaching Imperials next year? He lost the footy. Ball knocked towards the boundary line and out in front of Finn McComb. And we'll get a boundary throw. Is it McComb or McComb?
Finn McComb.
Even though there's only 1-0.
There is, yes.
And we'll get another boundary throw in left forward pocket. Opening quarter action. We've gone 1 3/4 minutes on the Barwon Foods time clock. Barwon Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road and North Geelong, aren't they going to get hit up over summer?
This is going to be an interesting boundary throw in. That's going to go back.
It's hit him in the head.
and he's going to have to do it all again. Do you know what? I don't know. Is the rule, are you allowed to actually bring it in and have a centre bounce?
He can come in.
No, centre bounce.
Ball up.
Yeah, instead of throwing it in, because he's going to be doing that most of the afternoon in this pocket, I reckon.
Well,
the boundary umpires come in 5. So let's see. You're going to keep... Oh, no. This is not going to work. So, well, it's Justin Bell's tried to flump it out of play again, but they get it away. St Joey's into the pocket. McCormack's there for Colac. Right foot kick back towards half back. Couple of players there, both for St Joey's, and Ollie Northam sees it over the boundary line. He nearly sees himself over the fence as well.
Oh, this is going to be horrendous, isn't it?
It's going to be bad. They're 400 throw-ins, I think.
Tell you what, the people sitting on that side of the ground are going to see a lot of game, though.
And those standing in front of the Alan Russell Pavilion.
Zero.
I hope you brought the binoculars. Hope you're enjoying the call through KRockFootball.live. Don't forget AFLW from 6:30 tonight. The boundary umpire's trying to hurl that back in. He's got okay distance. Northern won the tap down. Here's James Hickey again, jamming it on the boot for Joey's, but kicking it straight into the waiting arms of Jared Walters. Walters with the footy, about 15 from his defensive goal. He's given the hurry up by umpire Brown, steps inside Oscar Morrison standing on the mark and then tries to go up the corridor, and it's a well-weighted ball onto the chest of Aaron Walters. It gives a handball off to the run of Bailey Scott. Scott drives it to half forward, kick holds in the breeze, bounces into the waiting arms of Tobin Murray, tried to get a handball away towards Hawker but missed him, and tackle laid over the top Lang, and he's going to win himself a free kick holding the ball against Jack Mullen, and it'll be a free kick. There's 125, lays a tackle on another, and it's Darcy Lang who's going to kick on his preferred, non-preferred right.
Goes towards the top of the square. Garner comes out the middle and takes the Hamlin hanger in a pack of 5. And Adam Garner said, get out of my way, I'm going to take this, and he has. And he will shoot for goal from 25 out, slight angle. And he's 3 in front, I believe.
He is 3 in front.
On the goal kicking from Paddy de Grande.
That's why he's the number
61 for the season.
Yep, that's why he's the #1 contested mark in the competition as well, and #1 for marks inside forward 50, Jace.
By the game.
Unbelievable figures.
Garner comes in, Cemetery end, uses the breeze, not enough. In fact, I reckon the breeze just dropped when he kicked it.
That's his 100th score for the year.
It is.
That's
Well, they
raise your bat, Garns.
61-39, is that right?
139.
Yeah, very good. And first score of the board this afternoon, Adam Garner, 1 behind Colac, 1 behind Son of Harvey Norman. K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
The fittest unfit player in the GFNL, Luke Webb, has it as he kicks into the right back pocket and puts it onto the chest of Jack Buckley, and the Karate Kid gives it back to Webb by hand. He gives a handball into the right back pocket, and they'll look to clear a long ball to the wing. It's got plenty on it, but it's a poor kick, and Malikan coming across has taken the mark, and 52 against de Grande. Well, I think because he put his arms around him after he took the mark, and the umpire had no hesitation in giving a 50-metre penalty for Jack Malikan, who is in rare territory, hasn't kicked a goal since round 9 last year. The skipper playing game 121. He's only kicked the 5 goals. He won't have a carry there. Kicks to the top of the square, no mark taken. Flying was Chase Murray off the hands of the pack. Betson gave it to Luke Webb, who kicks into the right back pocket, and Gow takes the mark in front of the Alan Russon Pavilion, in front of the Mobile Pizzeria, where Frankie Iannucci's doing it for the last time this afternoon.
Gow across the face of goal towards the opposite back pocket. It's okay. McLaughlin, who looks a lot like Louis Antonak, gets it over the top towards McComb, who gets it over the top as well to Ben Clark, who takes it on centre wing. So attacking Australia 2 style at the moment, St Joey's. Centre wing on the outer side. Ben Clark has it, goes with the right foot kick, measures the pass towards half forward, no mark taken by Harry Smith. He's going to be surrounded, Scott's right next to him, and out of bounds for a throw in on centre wing on the outer side. We played 6 minutes, Bowen Foods time clock in this first term, and it's Colac 1, St Joseph's 0, BBC World Service.
The EPL season has started, and Liverpool have started 2-0. So did their new manager, which is good. Boundary throw in, tapped down by Zybell. Ball at ground level. Bailey Scott overran the footy. Picking it up was Northam. Lost it in the tackle. Joffy Simkin for the first time this afternoon, wrapped up by Northam, who, great to see back after a 4-game stint with South Adelaide in the Sandful, by all reports, was very impressive as he loiters on the brink of Werribee selection, although you might think that ship has sailed. He's done some roving there, some good roving. He'll concede some ground with a kick, and he's actually kicked it straight to Tobin Murray, who gave a handball to Lang. Lang chips a kick over the top and finds a marking target, and it's in the hands of Dustin Walters. Walters kicked it into the man on the mark, but it deflected back. Handball Walters over the top. Chance here. Cooper threw it on the boot and kicked a wonderful goal. The work of Ben McCarthy, who got involved there as well in his 100th Open Age game, was important, but it was a nice finish from Joel Cooper, who snapped it over his left shoulder and kicks an Inspirations Paint goal of the afternoon contender. They are going to be as rare as gold into the breeze, Kirsch, the goals to the cemetery end in this big clash this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you take it back to the turnover. It's probably Ollie Northam done some great work to pick up the ball and get the clearance, but he's turned it over in the corridor and he's kicked it into a very difficult position on the ground. On day like today, I think you just got to get that ball in your forward half and try and lock it in there and go again. But he'll learn from that. I guarantee you won't do it again, Ollie.
Back to the middle. He's going to be in the ruck against Zybella. Gets it down. Rove, though, by James Hickey. Back to Northam, who runs away. Goes towards the forward 50. Lewis on the ground. Has it, lost it. Tried to get it back. Right next to him, Hayes. Got pushed, said the umpire.
Hunter Lewis, I reckon.
Yeah, he got pushed, yeah. Cooper Hayes can't believe it. Hunter Lewis says, well, believe it, because I've got the ball. 40 out directly in front.
Big one back gully there for Cooper Hayes.
He's just come on the ground.
Oh, and Finney as well.
Yeah,
he's had the question asked.
He's giving him the don't talk to me like that.
Don't talk to me. I'm on the goal line, and that's where Hunter Lewis is coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's asking umpire Brown now about it, Cooper Hayes. Be careful, you kick it from the car park. Hunter Lewis has kicked the goal. So, first of the afternoon for St Joey's. They go to 1 straight 6. Colac 117. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Yes, I was watching Ollie Northam's eyes when he got that clearance then, Jason. He did learn from his mistakes. All he was doing was kicking that inside forward 50.
For a split second.
It wasn't a great
Did
kick.
he go the wrong way? Was he going the wrong way, maybe? Was he kicking it the other way?
Potentially could have been, and then had to divert his eyes back into the corridor.
Yes, I don't know.
Potentially. He'll say no, but potentially.
Back in the middle, Northern went early, and in the end, Zybell did the roving and banged it forward for the Tigers. It'll bounce at the bootlaces of Simpkin. Tobin Murray couldn't take it cleanly. Chance here for Joey's to clean up. Handball over the top might have been Smith, but he missed his target. In fact, it was O'Dwyer. Missed his target. Monaghan will send it inside forward 50, and it's a well-weighted ball onto the chest of Chase Murray, whose quick handball release did no favours for Simpkin. They turned it over. Simpkin had to lay a tackle on his St Joseph's opponent, who underneath that pack is Joel O'Dwyer, the Yarrawonga product, who spent some time overseas this year, one of a few, him and Jack Leonard. Grabbed out of the ruck by Zybell. Handball release. Bailey Scott. Quick kick. High ball. Floats across the face of goal. Darcy Lang couldn't get his hands on it. Zach Knight's got him for company for Wombat Gully Plan Farm. Webb gave a handball. Jack Leonard had no choice but to rush it through from behind. And the margin is 2. 1-2-8. The Tigers of Colac. St Joseph's 1 straight 6, 9.5 minutes played on the Bowen Foods first quarter time clock.
Short little kick in. St Joey's go to Knights, who runs around half back and goes towards centre wing over the head of Morrison. Might sit for him okay though. Coming the other way, Hayes got it. Gives it away to Simpkin. Lockie, handball over the top. And Cooper, and in fact it's going through the middle there was Butler, in fact, for Colac. Goes towards half forward with the kick. Lang, puts the old tackle on that puts the saddle on. And the umpire says holding the ball. So Jack Leonard held up there at half forward for Colac. And Darcy Lang's going to take the free kick.
It's stiff there, Jack Leonard.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
And Darcy Lang, just short little kick, the lead on. Goes to Monaghan. And he's possibly still too far out to score. Lang's running past, but he elects not to give it back.
Interesting one, the man on the mark has been Camerick. Hasn't played since round 1.
No.
And they've actually rolled him out today just to have a look at him.
Interesting inclusion, to be fair.
So Ryan Monaghan is going to have to, as you can hear with the breeze, he's probably going to have to keep this pretty low. He's 40 out from goal.
Probably should have put the effects mic low.
Yeah, probably. This is going to be a good kick into the breeze. That holds up and goes well right and through for one behind. So possibly the toughest spot to kick a goal from today, where he was going from Ryan Monaghan. 1-3-9 now. Colac and Joey's 1 straight 6. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Surely Luke Webb's got to launch a torp straight up the middle, doesn't he?
Oh, give it a go, at least.
So he hasn't got anything on at the moment, so he stands with ball in hand, Kutafidi style, and now takes off into the left-back pocket, sends it towards half-back. It's a real mung floater off the boot. Josh Garner down low. That's a really good mark. No, not paid. Gee, did everything but hang on to it. Colac players turn and say, come on, he hung on to that. And it was a fairly good effort, but not paid, and we'll get a ball up just forward of the wing, favouring the Tigers, who have done well so far into the breeze. They actually lead by 3. They'll be just playing for time and get it off the clock and then have an advantage in the second quarter. Here's Bailey Scott working his way through traffic, kicking on his left boot, the lead of Adam Garner, who comes out. Couldn't complete the mark, but he found the footy. In fact, he snaps around the body. Look, bouncing ball that eludes a couple of St Joseph's players. Lang had it knocked from his grasp. Trying to knock it to his own advantage is Humphrey. Got a handball on the up. Camerick gave it to Zach Knight. Zach Knight's a good little release. They'll get out of trouble here. Chance for Harry Smith. The kick is going to be important. He looks to give it over the top. Does. Camerick got involved. Gave it to Mullen. Mullen on the outer wing outside of the right boot. That's a lazy kick. It'll roll into the waiting arms of McCormack. McCormack went one way, then the other, and then got run down from behind by McLaughlin, who won the free kick. In fact, it was Kerwood who won the free kick for the Joeys.
So Kerwood just forward to centre wing, comes back into the middle. Northam gets it in front of Zybell, who tried to hold him up, then fell over and tried to hold him up again. The umpire said it's okay. So in the middle of the ground, Northam, right foot kick high into the forward 50. Tudor goes over his head.
Wow.
Go through for. Oh, that has gone from one side of the goals to the other and gone through for a behind from Ollie Northam, 65 metres out from goal, and through for one behind. So
Tell you the player
unbelievable
who is going to love kicking with the breeze is Jeremy McCormack.
Yeah,
absolutely.
117 St Joey's now. Colac 139. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
Mismatch Simpkin and Cam Tudor for Wombat Gully Plant Farm there for a moment. Here's Lockie Simpkin in game 202 to right half back. Good use of the body. Northam got Zybell off the footy and took it. He could have a shot from here, but instead lowers the eyes into the pocket and he hits Oscar Morrison with a well-weighted kick as he takes it in front of Malikan. Morrison turns, kicks quickly. It's a real shank off the boot. It'll bounce at the bootlaces of de Grande. Picked up at the front by Mullen, who's taken in a tackle. Or is it Kerwood? It's Kerwood who was taken. Kerwood and Mullen very similar looking with that blonde hair. And we'll get it put in the air about 15 out from the Joey's goal.
So ball up. There was a hold, said the umpire, and it's going to St Joey's against Zybell. Oscar Morrison in the ruck contest with him. The umpire is just explaining it to Zach Zybell, who's trying to work out whether he actually did anything wrong. But the umpire said he did, and Oscar Morrison will shoot for goal from 15 out, just left of centre.
I think they want to let that go today because they're trying to get position where the ball gets moved in the air with a breeze.
Morrison comes in, right foot kick, stabbed at it. And the goal umpire said he's missed. He was trying to feign the goal, and he didn't hoodwink the goal umpire there. So they go to 1-2-8 now, St Joey's. Colac 139, Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. And Lockie Simpkins had to go into the car park to pick the footy up.
Yeah, no one helped it.
So, no. So he's been playing 14 and a half minutes in this first term. Barn Foods time clock. Barn Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road in North Geelong.
One ground that won't be affected by the breeze in terms of it favouring a team is Newtown this afternoon.
Yes, running right. Across, yes.
Running east-west. Matt McMahon's final game, 256th and final time he's been able to get himself up. So good luck to him this afternoon. Damien McMahon's last game as coach. Zybella handball, McCormack right half back, in trouble, out of trouble. Left foot kick is a dangerous one. Asked a lot of Walters. Camerick was good. Did his own roving after spoiling. Gave a handball. Northam wasn't aware of the tackle coming from behind by Gorwell. An advantage is paid. Tobin Murray gave it to Gorwell at right half back. He'll drive a kick. Kept it under the breeze and it'll skid towards right half forward. Although Joey's have gotten numbers. In traffic is James Hickey. James Hickey, a kick to the wing, a bouncing ball. Kerwood worked Lockie Simpkin under the footy. De Grande, McLaughlin to the pocket. Lewis all alone on the chest is marked in front of Malikan. And Hunter Lewis surely has a shot from here. Starts it between the right-hand goal and behind post and just lets the breeze take it across. 48 goals for the season for last year's Rookie of the Year, coming off 5 last week against the Cats of Lara. And Hunter Lewis will have a shot on St Joey's second of the afternoon. Man on the mark stands about 35 from goal. And Lewis, right in front of us, will kick on his preferred left, sends it on its way, and he's just pushed it too much. Just a little bit too much. I was giving him advice from here in the box. He could hear me, but he ignored. And 139 apiece now as we've played nearly 16 minutes on the opening quarter. K-Rock, Harvey Norman scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices, Coroe and Warren Ponds.
There's a spot for you at North Shore if you want it, King, in the twos. If you want to come back. Yep. Lockie Simpkin at fullback for Colac. Not an easy thing to do.
Oh, he's munged it!
He's munged it all right. I'm going to say not the easiest thing to do today. And Lockie Simpkin delivered on the not easy thing.
I should say 49 for the season because he kicked the first of the day. He was looking for his 50th.
Yes,
there.
he did too.
So a ball up, 35 out from the St Joey's goal. Tudor gets it down to the side of the pack, through the middle. Monaghan got a quick kick outside 50, but it's coming straight back in though with interest, going up towards Mullen, who stands in front and takes the mark. Lockie Simpkin tried to take it off him, but there's no way. Jack Mullen stood his ground, took the grab, and will shoot for goal from 25 out directly in front.
Speaking of Jolly O'Dwyer before the game, and he said this breeze will help him with his foot skills to straighten him up a little bit, and he's actually got that one to spin right, so he'd be happy with that.
So Jack Mullen. Now, Kirsch, where's he aiming it? Middle of the goal, middle of the points.
He's going to go middle of the points
yeah,
here.
Middle of the right-hand side points. He comes, he keeps it low, and he did kick it there and didn't come back with the breeze.
Oh,
so you either put it up in the wind or you keep it low and you kick it straight at the goals. But
he didn't get no elevation, did he?
1-4-10 St Joey's. Colac 139. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. Now Cody Spokes is going to have a crack.
Spokes short into
Lockie Simpkins has been sacked.
Right back pocket and finds Lockie Simpkins. So this kick's important. He'll set it up into the breeze and it's going to hang there. And Harry Smith's going to come and take the mark over Gall. Quick handball release. Humphrey low with the eyes and found Kerwood. Who gets a that'll be 50 and Jake Kerwood will be taken to the line, and now it's on. They're into Ryan Monaghan as he gets a little clip over the ear, Jake Kerwood, and he'll kick St Joey's second of the afternoon. There wasn't too much in it.
Got him late.
Just late clip. There won't be anything there that Ryan Monaghan has to worry about, and nothing that Ryan Monaghan hasn't copped through his career as well. And the margin now is 7 points to the good of St Joey's as Jake Kerwood kicks his 12th goal of the season. Game number 10 for him. He's had some impact and he's holding his spot at keeping the likes of Hannessy and Edwards out of the side late in the season. 2-4-16 plays 1-3-9 opening quarter action thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Bonds and APCO. 4 hot chips, only $4 at APCO Cafe 24/7, Kirsch. You'll be hitting up the Lara one, won't you?
Absolute bargain if I've ever heard of one. But a couple of repeat entry 50s there for St Joseph's. They found it a bit hard to exit, haven't they, Colac, in the last 5 minutes? So
run it a bit, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Ball being played in St Joseph's forward half, and particularly the forward 50 in the last 5 minutes.
Around the grounds for Leopold Sporties, East Geelong 23, Belmont yet to score. So that wind is certainly working its treat at St Albans. Back in the middle here at Drew. Tudor in the ruck, gets it back, runs away. Cam at half forward gives the handball to Max McLaughlin. It looks a lot like Louis Antonac. 50 from goal. Louis kicked the goal. McLaughlin has kicked the goal. Max has made it 2 in 30 seconds for St Joey's. And they go to 3-4-22. They lead Colac 1-3-9. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard in the Experts Chair. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. Eat, drink, sport. Ryrie Street, Geelong. Here's Kirsch.
Yeah, it's just around the clearances at the moment. It's 6-4 in favour of St Joseph's, but I reckon they've won the last couple. And Cam Tudor just with some real poise there. That's experience. That's just holding the ball until you got the runner on the outside here. They got the ball to the outside. Max McLaughlin done the rest, but just around the ball at the moment, they've picked it up a bit, St Joseph's.
Kirsch high stats, 100% locally owned and operated in Geelong. Oscar Morrison doing the ruck work this time. It deflects off a boot towards half forward, rolling ball. It eludes Mullen. De Grande can't pick it up on the half volley. Mullen came and took it. Simpkin tried to take him, and there's going to be a free kick for holding the ball. Malikan laying the tackle on Jack Mullen. Wins the free kick, the skipper of the Tigers. Game 121 this afternoon. Got to those fairly quickly. Kick to the wing. Good spoil. Chase Murray knocked it away, but now the kick on the outside of the right boot. O'Dwyer, that didn't straighten him up there, Kirsch.
Oh, did it?
And he kicked it straight to Lockie Simpkin, who marks at his defensive 50-metre mark. Out of side. That's where a lot of the play is going to be. Actually, that's where all the play is going to be this afternoon. Not a great kick from Simpkin. It bounces away from Angus Humphrey. No, Austin Humphrey, who the last time we were here played the hero.
He
Kirsch.
He did indeed.
I think he got excited by it, from what I can remember.
He did. I think he's still drinking, celebrating.
Boundary throw in, centre wing on the outer side. Garner in the ruck now for Colac. Couldn't take it with him, no. And ball still in dispute. Morrison over the top of it as well. Tackle coming, and that came from Ben McCarthy for Colac. So umpire gets the ball back from Morrison. He'll do the ruck work against Garner and get it down, but falls to Garner. He gets a clearing kick. That's high, very high and wide. As that stayed in somehow and punched away in the end by Webb. And
on the full.
On the full, in fact.
Come off his boot, I think.
Must have, yeah. So a free kick going to come back to Jack Buckley, the Buklovich. Plays on from half back, goes to the right foot kick to half forward, uses the breeze. Oh, Cam Tudor. Oh, if it was a pie, it would have spilt in his face. He just dropped it.
If it was a bag of excrement, it would have just shattered all over.
I didn't want to do that, but anyway, yep, he would have got a boundary throw in. Right half forward for, left half forward for St Joey's.
Boundary throw in. Oh. He'll bounce at the feet of Max McLaughlin, and he couldn't take it cleanly. Over the top, Gow lays a tackle on Monaghan. Ball not coming out we will get a ball up. In fact, it's Benny McCarthy underneath all that. Drysdale 8 lead Torquay 3 at Leopold Memorial Park in the Bellarine preliminary final. Quick kick out of the pack. Throwing on the boot was McLaughlin. Hickey, handball release. Morrison. Back to McLaughlin. And now a chance after Leonard got involved for Morrison to send it forward. Not a great kick. Good pressure from the Tigers, and Hawker back with the flight takes the mark. Aaron Hawker, 5th for tackles this year in the comp, and I think #1 for pressure acts. Aaron Hawker, a high ball that will float towards the outer wing. There's a Tiger in a bit of trouble in back play, holding his face. I'm not sure who it is.
Joel Cooper, I think.
It is Joel Cooper, holding his right-hand side of his face.
Actually, it's Aaron Walters.
Aaron Walters. Keep an eye on that, Birchie, for St John of God, as the Tigers will go inside forward 50. A long ball, no mark taken by Zybell. Front of the pack, Joey's got numbers. Humphrey, a handball release. McComb swept it out very wide. Asked a little bit of O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer on the right boot for Tudor. And we'll get to you in a moment, Birchie, keeping an eye on Aaron Walters. Kick for Kerwood is okay, who did well. He genuflected mark and got to his feet like a cat really quickly, Jay Kerwood. And he's got it right at the interchange gates where there are no set gates.
It's his right jaw, I think, for Aaron Walters. Now it goes inside 50. Hayes at the back. He couldn't take the mark, but held it in there. A little short handball to Simpian Lockie. Goes short. It's okay. Finds Joffe, who runs away at half back. Wants to draw a play and handballs it away. Malikan gives it away. Series of handballs in the middle, but then the tackle came on Tobin Murray. Ball spilt free. Kerwood for St Joey's. Threw it over the top. Malikan's handball. Just tapped on. Bit of basketball in the middle as well. Kerwood left it behind. Lockie Simpkin didn't. Got it away. Cooper in the middle. Dropped the footy. Free kicks and Joey's. Good pressure in the middle at the back end of the centre, and they'll take the free kick.
Down to you, Birchie, for St John of God.
Just an update on Aaron Walters. Yeah, it is that right jaw that they're just a little bit concerned about. There was a little bit of a depression just above it, which is not a good sign. But in a great show of sportsmanship, like Annie's raced over there from Joey's and helping where she can. So I'll update you on that.
Thank you for that, Birchie. Down boundary side for AMB Australia. Quality shelving. Jaron McCormack with it at left half back. Sends a high ball towards right half forward. Webb over the top, judged it best. Nice mark from the experienced Luke Webb. He goes for the middle for Tudor. Too much on the kick, but though Tudor is going to get some help here from Gow. He can loop a handball over the top. Take it in the one hand. McLaughlin, a bounce, and then a handball over the top to Lewis. Lewis confronted. Good tackle. Walters. Lewis was able to release to McLaughlin on the bounce. McLaughlin goes backwards. A dinky kick taken by Hayes, who's got it, and he'll send it away for Colac. Back towards the middle. Webb will set himself. Tobin Murray flew spectacularly. Couldn't mark. Jammed on the boot. Oh, the kick of Webb. Luck's of fortune. And the mark taken by Ollie Northam.
I thought it was touched off the boot. No, the umpire here was waiting for umpire Brown, I think, to actually call touch, but he didn't call it, so it's a mark.
And Ollie Northam, not a noted set shot exponent in front of goal.
I wouldn't be putting my house on Ollie to kick it from here.
2 goals from 13 appearances so far this year. From 40 metres out, sends it over.
No worries, never a doubt.
The reverse Moz is alive and well here in the K-Rock Football.live van. Ollie Northam with just his 3rd goal of the season, and Joey's out now to a 19-point lead. 4-4-28 plays 1-3-9 opening quarter action thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Jason, you were doing a little finger pointing out onto the ground.
No, Kirsch, I was just wondering, they haven't got a man behind the ball. Do they put one there now, Colac? For the last 7 or 8 minutes of the first term?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't at the moment, but look, I didn't think marks inside forward 50 were going to be high today, but...
beat you to it because they got one there.
2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's only 5 forwards.
Ah, right. Interesting. Where's that? We'll find that one as well. Back to the middle. Buklovich, he can't take it away with him. Gorbel gets a kick for Colac. Inside 50. They need a goal from in here. They come through the middle. Handball, Cooper. Got it out towards Murray. Went right, went left. Tried to get away from the tackle. That's the chicken wing of the century. It was a great tackle. James Hickey gets up smiling. Surprise, surprise. And Fitty.
Well, he left it on the ground. You can't do that, Jace.
He did. Tobin Murray left it on the ground, and it will come down with...
He could have a shot here, James Hickey.
No, absolutely. He's going to be just outside 50.
An update on Aaron Walters. They definitely think at this early stage it is a fracture along the cheekbone. If they touch anywhere along that area, it's very, very sensitive, and there is the actual shape of an elbow.
Wow.
Yeah, depressing.
Okay, so thanks, Birchie. St John got injury update down there for Aaron Walters. Not good for Colac. We'll keep you updated with that. The ball has moved around centre wing. It's out of bounds in front of where Birchie's sitting there on centre wing. We're going to have a boundary throw in.
See what happened? I didn't see anything, so... No. Interesting to see whether there is anything untoward that has taken place in that incident. True centre wing. broadcast side. It's hurled back into play. Tap down Northam. Roving done by Camerick, who jams it on the boot towards DeGrandy. Good spoil from behind Josh Garner, who has that match up for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. Handball out wide was good from Mullen. Tudor, a piercing ball that Lockie Simpkin got back in the way of. Couldn't mark, but found it, and then taken in a Hunter Lewis tackle. Try to get a handball back to Jared Walters, who's wrapped up by Mullen. And 25 out from the St Joseph's goal. We'll get a ball up. Joey's making good of the breeze. 4-4-28 after a slow start. Colac, who kicked the first goal of the game, 1-3-9. The Tigers needing to win, but also having St Mary's beat Bell Park as Morrison wins the tap down.
He does. And Simpkin runs across. Lockie Simpkin's kick was smothered, though, beautifully by Gow, and he got told about it too by James Gow as he pushed him over the boundary line in the left forward pocket for St Joey's.
Yes, dangerous spot here for Colac, obviously inside forward 50, but they're the #1 team in the competition for forward entry tackles, Jace. So they're forward 50. They're very strong at keeping the ball locked in, St Joseph's.
So throw in Tudor up against Zybell. Oh, through the middle. James Hickey
just like
gave
that.
it away to Paddy DeGrandy, who was standing in the goal square and went, James Hickey, how good was that? He just ran through the middle of the contest and went, no, I'm taking the footy.
It was like training, like, you know, you've
parted the sea.
Yeah, exactly. You've got the orange jumper on. That's a non-contact jumper. I'm coming through the stoppage. You can't touch me.
He just ran straight through the front of the stoppage, gave the handball to Paddy DeGrandy, who was saying, this is Christmas in the goal square. Kicks his fifth for St Joey's, 5-4-34. They lead Colac 1-3-9. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
More importantly, it pulls Paddy to within 2 goals of Adam Garner in the race for the goal kicking.
Here we go.
You won't get an easier one than that today, let me tell you.
James Hickey at his best there, back in the middle. Tigers the other way. Gorwell, Zybell with the footy now. He turned it over with a handball to Buckley, who then turned it over with a handball back to Gorwell. And we'll get it balled up at the edge of the centre square, favouring Colac. They probably need to find a goal, although they're going to kick with the breeze in the second quarter. You don't want to get this too far away. Zybell on hands and knees, taken over the top by the aforementioned James Hickey. Ball spills out, and Harry Smith just jams it on the boot. A rolling ball towards half forward. Kerwood is knocked off the footy well by Simpkin, who gives a handball back to his brother. It's going to be a free kick for a late push by DeGrandy on Lockie Simpkin, and he'll take it at left half back. Point of the square, long way from home, and that breeze has whipped up again, as you can hear through our effects mic here at Drew Oval. Lockie Simpkin sends a kick very, very wide, looking out there for Monaghan. Went over his head. It was actually well judged by Chase Murray. Gave a handball to Joffy Simpkin. A kick towards forward 50. Lang flew, couldn't mark. Off the hands of them, Pack Webb just jammed it on the boot. Bounces away from McCormack and taken nicely. Tudor, who can send it to Morrison, who's got out the back and can go back with the fight. Actually out of his reach. He'll have to track it into the left forward pocket. Will the ball stay alive? Doesn't matter, because Malikan's laid a good tackle and taken him over the boundary line. Oscar Morrison wasn't far enough out the back.
He needed to keep coming out the back.
Actually, in Finchhaven Street, he was that far out the back. He still couldn't get it.
Coming.
Yeah, kept running away.
Absolutely.
It's at the chicken ranch as we speak. The umpire has got it back.
This throw-in will be fun.
Oh, wow. He's going to throw it right back in left forward pocket for St Joey's. He's done a fair effort, actually, to get it back inside. Bell read it the better, took the ruck work and the roving work, gets the kick away towards centre wing, and it's going over the top, and Walters is there. Yeah, it is Dustin Walters. He can't keep it in. Tried to get a hand to it, ran away from him. And it will be a boundary throw in. Centre wing on the outer side. 34 playing 9 here. Late stages of the first term.
I'm not sure what the boundary umpire rules are, but I don't know whether they've got to throw it in first from the boundary line and then they come in if it's a restart.
Yeah,
or can they
can come in a little bit. Usually it's the younger kids that they bring in, not the adults, but you know, it's challenging conditions today. Here's a chance for Ben McCarthy to get away, jamming it on the boot towards right half forward. Not picked up cleanly by Kerwood. Handball reefed forward by Chase Murray. They're running in waves. Here's Bailey Scott. Here's Bailey Scott at his best, although that kick not his best, as he pushes it across the face and it rolls out of bounds into the left forward pocket. That's a kick more probably akin to what happens in the Colac and District Football Netball League. Which is where we believe Bailey will be playing next year.
Just readying himself, you think. Left forward pocket, Colac into attack. Just hope it happens. Throw in now. Colac need a goal. Garner takes it out of the ruck, kicks it. There you go. It's as easy as that. Did he get it? No, he didn't. Because he kicked it 12 metres. And the unfortunate thing for him was the line was 13 metres and it's taken right on the line. So St Joey's hold it up again. They go out wide to Knights, who goes with a left foot kick and it goes towards centre wing. But numbers with Colac, they've got 3 of them there. Can they pick it up? They can. Handball from Hayes was okay. Handball on the outboard. They got it to Gorwell. He goes towards half forward, measures the kick. Clark goes up, can't take the mark. Still Still got the numbers there though, Colac, and they go inside 50, scrambling sort of kick. Murray against a couple of St Joey's players through the middle. Northam's handball. I'll set a task for a teammate there now. Walters around the corner with left foot, holds up as the siren sounds. St Joey's very happy the last couple of minutes. Colac trying to get it, but they couldn't get a goal, and they go in at 1:39, and St Joey's 5-4-34.
Quarter time here at Drew Oval. Opening term action thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Joey's 5-4-34. Colac 139. Hot chips for only $4 at APCO Cafe 24/7. Live, breathe. K-Rock footy.
I'm running the laps you get when you're late for training.
I'm doing this lap so you can get to training safely.
Because late is always better than never.
Being late isn't the end of the world.
For causing a road crash by going even a little bit over the limit, could be.
This lap so you can all get footy and back safe.
This lap?
This lap.
This lap.
This lap is so you can show up for your team and slow down on the road.
There is literally no reason for you to speed.
So this lap, so you don't have to rush.
Hang on. Why am I running laps? I'm retired.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Grovedale 64, North Shore 26. So the Tigers not having it all their own way against the Seagulls, who have actually kicked 3-8. So a bit more accurate and it'll be a little bit tighter. South Barwon are confirming their elimination final spot, 9-2, leading Geelong West 1-2. Bell Park 8, St Mary's 7. Lara 6, St Albans 25.
That's a good breeze out there.
Newtown and Chilwell in Matt McMahon's last game might give him a very nice send-off. 40, lead Leopold 6. Leopold, as we know, not playing for a lot.
So obviously not playing a few players too, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
So, just got a message from somebody who's listening from all the way over at Southern Methodist University.
Oh!
Good afternoon to you, Wade McSparron.
Great McSparron.
Always going to tune in, have a good call. No hangover for Kirsch this week.
Oh, he's a regular listener too, Wade. Well done. Good work.
Off the KFC.
Man, Wade.
Yeah. Hello to you, Wade. 5434-139. Jane Birch is down boundary side for A&B Australia Quality Shelving. Birchie, which huddle have you headed to and who are you talking to?
Jeez.
Come on in, Birchie. We've got a bit of a crowd about you. Might be just dulling the signal. Well,
I've just been at the Joey's huddle. Ronnie's asked me what I want. I'm going to ask him a couple of questions, and yeah, we're a bit patchy with our reception. But
maybe come towards us a little bit, Birchie, if you can. Maybe a bit further around the boundary line if Ronnie's happy to.
Can you hear me? Oh, there we go. We've got a good feed now. Ronnie, pretty happy with that first quarter. You won it out of the middle convincingly and, made the most of that breeze, getting 5 goals on the scoreboard. So good work to start with.
Yeah, well, I think that's the scoring end, but who knows? The ball's going all over the place. But, yeah, our contest was great and our setup around the stoppages was good. And Hickey and Gow in there were terrific for us.
Completely different game now, kicking breeze, and obviously they've got the aid of the breeze. What do? Do you change things up, or are you just going to see how they go for the first little bit and make some structural changes if needed as you go?
Well, we'll do that. We'll sort of run with things as they were in the first quarter, and if it looks like we need to adjust up and the breeze is causing havoc, we'll do that. But yeah, you can actually kick the ball 40 or 50 metres if you keep the ball scrubbing along the ground. So expect some pretty ordinary skills this quarter because we're going to be scrubbier on the ground.
Thanks so much, Ron. Good luck.
We're underway in the second quarter for Morris Business Class Finance. Is a free kick in the middle on advantage. Scott gave a handball to Monahan. Monahan ran to just outside 50. Didn't get full purchase on the kick and has kicked it to Liam Betson. Going back with the flight, taking the mark. Betson across the face of his defensive goal. Too much on it for Joel O'Dwyer, and it's off his hand and out of bounds for a boundary throw in the left forward pocket. What did you make of that opening quarter, Kirsch? Thanks to Sporting Globe. Eat, drink, sport. Rory Street, Geelong.
Yeah, St Joseph's dominated the ball around the stoppages, as mentioned. They had 10-5 in way of clearances to their advantage, but they scored from their clearances, which was the most important things. They got 5 marks inside forward 50 on a day that's really hard to mark. That's where they dominated. Got the ball in quick. Colac have to do the same here, but St Joseph's have started with a +1 behind the ball. So Ron might have told a few little porky pies there to Jane. They started with a +1.
That +1 is probably the most damaging player by foot in the competition in Luke Webb.
Absolutely. You want to man him up, I'd say, if he's the +1. But anyway, that's we'll see what pans out.
In the forward 50 for Colac, there was a ball up. And a clearing kick came out from Humphrey, goes wide, but Zybel takes the mark for Colac at left half forward to try and drive it back inside 50. And we called a play on now because he runs around the mark. High kick inside, looking for Garner, who goes up at the back. Humphrey can't take it for St Joey's, falls to the front of the pack. Short little kick from Murray, didn't really go anywhere. Still about 20 out from the Colac goal. And there's about 30 players around it. The umpire's going to have to come in and ball it up. He will. And there will be that ball up. 20 out from the Colac goal. They're 9. They trail St Joey's 34.
There to goal. Grabbed out of the ruck by Garner. Fired a handball into space. Rolling ball. Tracked by Monahan. Tight in the pocket. Got a handball back. Tobin Murray. Tight angle. Kick smothered well by Humphrey. Deflected back to Tobin Murray, and he wish he hadn't to take it because he's been taken in a bear hug by Humphrey, who brings him to ground, and we'll get a ball up. Left forward pocket. Southern or Autumn Street into the ground. Howling breeze down towards that southern end. Put into the air by the umpire, Roving Smith. Quick kick out of there, James Hickey, and it's worked out okay because he's put it onto the chest of Max McLaughlin, who slightly resembles Louis Antonac. who was part of the losing Geelong team in the VFL qualifying final at Werribee this afternoon. Kick towards half-back is a little dart, but missed its target. Actually went over the head of its intended target, and Oscar Morrison. He somehow ended up with it at the front of the pack. A handball to Grandy. Gave it back towards McLaughlin, who tried to give it back to De Grandy, but ran out of room, and we'll get a boundary throw in. Or is it a free? No, free kick, in fact. I'm not sure what for. Did you pick up, Kirsch, what that was for?
I think he said when he was tackled, he threw it, but Max McLaughlin thought he was over the boundary line. So
Coffee Simpkins going to send the Tigers inside forward 50. Adam Garner, the target, couldn't mark. Jammed on the boot by Luke Webb for St Joey's. A ball that'll hold up in the breeze and just roll outside defensive 50. Picked up, though, by Monahan of Colac. 55 from goal. Ryan Monahan launches and misses everything and kicks it into the netting that saved a couple of cars behind the goals because that was coming in hot from Ryan Monahan. It'll be a free kick in the left back pocket to St Joseph's.
So Webb plays on and goes short with a kick to Humphrey. So he goes shorter to McComb. Oh no, they've turned the ball over. Lockie Simpkin in rare territory, 15 metres out from goal and has missed. And through for one behind for Colac. You're just looking for Jack Buckley. Kirsch, you can't find him.
I can't find Jack Buckley, who would be a surprise starter on the bench in the second quarter, particularly if they're going with a +1.
Yeah, a little word from Jack's dad, who's the manager down here. He's gone into the rooms, and there could be a slight issue with a hamstring, but
no.
keep that on the slight lowdown.
That's going to, well...
Depending on who you follow.
Long ball kicked by Lewis, and it's a good weighted ball too, next to the boundary line, marked by Gow. That'd be a massive blow on the eve of the finals. Not the first hamstring he's suffered this year. Gow's kick, that definitely holds in the breeze, and Jaron McCormack and Monahan raffle it. Monahan with the winning ticket. The 23 takes it, handball, ends up with Zybell, and then he kicks a helicopter to half forward, asks a lot of Darcy Lang. He'll burst away from Knights, but he left the footy behind, so Knights will pick up the loose footy. Handball a bit hot for O'Dwyer. Knights had to come again. Lang got in the way, dived on the footy. McComb dived over him and reefed the footy away, and it's going to be a free kick too high. Lang over the top. That would be a massive blow to not have Jack Buckley.
Huge. We know, he's in the top couple of best players in the competition.
So if that's a, garden variety hamstring and he's done some damage, that's best case return in a prelim 3 weeks from now.
Like you said too, King, he's done it before already this year and he's missed a few games with it, so I'm going to guess it's the same one, but if it's a new one, that's even more interesting and concerning.
Ball towards half forward for St Joey's on the outer side. James Hickey grabs it, tries to get around, drop the footy. Free kick to Colac. Monahan, good tackle. And Ryan Monahan told James Hickey all about it too.
Might have too.
Yeah.
They've held up already, Colac, because they're getting it to that sort of, just a bit of their forward half of the wing, St Joseph's, and Colac have defended the last 3 times and not allowed them to go inside forward 50.
Monahan goes towards half forward with the kick. McComb's there, Simpkin as well. Joffe, little toe poke off the ground. Goes towards Tobin Murray, gives it back to Zybell. Way too slow, got it away to Gow for St Joey's. Now Harry Smith over the top, and a little chain of handballs. Tudor, he was tackled as well. Harry Smith was as well. Was that too... I think it was too high, it was.
Sort of half ducked into it.
Yeah, he sort of half ducked in. I was waiting whether he was going to pay holding the ball, but he paid too high, and Harry Smith, back end of centre, will take the free kick for St Joey's.
Diesel's boy goes laterally. Zach Knight's dropped an absolute sitter, and now he's got pressure from Simpkin, who on hands and knees tried to knock it away. Knights dived back on the footy, somehow shoveled it out. Humphrey, or rather, I should say Clark, and then a handball. I haven't called Ben Clark yet, and then the kick that came from defensive 50. That was Joel O'Dwyer, I reckon, Kirsch.
Yes.
He put that out in the full. He didn't straighten himself up there. I don't think we didn't call Ben Clark in the opening quarter.
Oh, we didn't?
Long ball from Jared Walters towards forward 50, fisted away from Cooper at the front of the pack. Darcy Lang jammed it on the boot, bought about 15 metres for his team. A rolling ball that Chase Murray will lead Luke Webb to. Chase Murray managed to get a boot back into play, didn't go 15, so Zybell, quick handball release. Simpkin left foot kick, went about 8 metres. This is horrible. Horrible football.
Real little under 14
stuff.
it
is.
Tough conditions.
And Ben McCarthy has gone high over the top of Zach Knights, who's got the footy about 25 from his defensive goal. But I reckon the free-flowing footy is going to be a rarity this afternoon, as we're now got 6.5 minutes in this second quarter.
Ball holds up in the breeze. Surprise, surprise. Not the first time we've said that. Goes to Mullen, who tries to kick the air out of the ball and goes towards centre wing. Off the hands of Hayes. Needs some support. McCormack left it behind for Colac. He'll have to go back and get it. He tries to. He does. He breaks free. Goes left, then comes right. Handball on the out to Scott. Short little kick over the top to Adam Garner. Nearly ran away from him. He was only 10 metres in front of him. So Garner takes it at half forward. Tries to drill the ball into Murray. Zybell. When in doubt, kick it to the tall bloke. And he's taken the mark 45 out just left of centre. And Zach Zybell, can he do an Ollie Northam? No, he can't because he handballs it away. Oh, no, he can't because the umpire hadn't called time on again.
He'll still get this, Lockie.
I was going to say, if he stood there, he'd probably still get it.
I'm telling you right now, no one's manned him up.
I know.
Cam Tudor's not going with him.
No. So Zach Zybell's going to have a set shot now.
He realised he was a ruckman.
Is this house stuff? You wouldn't put your house on
Oh,
it?
no chance.
Zach Zybell comes in.
Fun kick!
He's put it up into the square, and that's how far it's gone. It's gone 25 metres, comes to Humphrey. He gets the kick away for St Joey's, back towards defensive 50. McCormack might get there first, but bearing down on Hunter Lewis has come from half forward, helping out at half back, handballs it away. Now Knight's little kick, will it be okay? No, it's not. Turned over centre towards Gorwell, who goes towards Garner, has to be up against James Hickey, who's good play at the back defensively, and then gets a push, and we'll get a free kick. And he'll take it at back end of centre, as there's a Colac player down as well, and he hasn't moved yet at the moment, and that's Josh Garner. Keep an eye on that. That could be an issue. As a long ball from Northam inside 50. Out the back, Morrison couldn't complete the mark. Good defensive play, Malikan. He had to keep the ball in front of him, and he did so successfully. And then he got a handball on the up. Out of trouble, Cooper Hayes went to ground. A little drop kick, but only into the path of Smith. We're keeping an eye on Josh Garner. Chewed up through traffic outside of the right boot. Tries to get a kick towards Mullen. Fisted away from him towards the boundary line and rolling out as we go down to Jane Birch for A&B Australia Quality Shelving. Josh Garner in the hands of the trainers for the moment.
Yeah, there was a heavy collision there with Josh Garner and Alex Hickey as they both went for the ball. So he's run away from the trainers at the moment. Seems to be okay. Had a little bit of an assessment, but we'll just keep an eye on him.
Right forward pocket ball held back into play. Tapped down by Garner. Volleyed out of there by Jared Walters towards half back, but Webb's going to be there for St Joey's to try and hold the footy up. Couldn't. Now he'll end up with it and turn it around the body with a kick towards the right forward pocket. Hayes, he was taken high surely by Leonard. No, umpire didn't see it that way. We'll get a ball up. So we haven't advanced the score other than a behind by Colac. 9.5 minutes into this opening quarter of play, with the breeze wreaking absolute havoc with the standard between first and sixth.
Northern goes up early and gives away a free kick, so they're going to run away. Monaghan has it on centre wing, goes to an open forward 50. Walters gets behind. Oh, good mark in front. Fantastic mark from Ben Clark. He worked his way to the front against Walters, who was waiting for it to go over the back, but Clark just took the grab, and at right half back now will send St Joey's back towards centre wing with the kick on the outer side. Goes there now. Oh, Northam goes up, takes the mark, plays on quickly, handballs it away towards McComb, set him up a little bit, handball forward towards Harry Smith, held on to, going the other way. Can they pick it up? They can't. McComb can. Left foot kick around the corner, missed the target, goes towards half forward for coming out. Paddy de Grandy comes back. De Grandy comes in a second time, and Harry Smith also on the bottom of the pack, and it will be a ball up at centre half forward for St Joey's.
What about the waft of the mobile pizzeria just through the...
Yeah, anyway, good luck, Kingy. Hope it goes well for you.
Northam won the tap down, slung in the tackle. Monaghan, ball spilled out. Northam jammed it on the boot towards the goal square. Attacked nicely by Malikan, or Walters, in fact, who threw it on the boot. A long ball to the outer wing. Ben Clark over the top of Dustin Walters, brought it to ground. Had O'Dwyer for company, gave a handball, and then ran away from him to receive it. Looped one over the top, asked a bit of Gow, who was brought down in a tackle at the same time as he took possession by Scott. It spills out for Gorwell. Gorwell, short kick, going with the one-hand. Cooper couldn't take the mark for Colac. Humphrey, a handball on the bounce. Oh, Ben Clark, did he get one high? No. I reckon that was a really good tackle in the end by Cooper. No. He's given away a free. Which way is the umpire pointing? He's pointed the wrong way, and there'll be a free kick.
I don't know. He's waiting for a suplex there, though.
Going to Harry Smith, who's got it on the edge of the centre square. Outer side of Drew Oval, Joey's 34, leading Colac 10. Second quarter action for Morris Business Class Finance.
Goes to centre half forward. Kerwood comes in from the side, can't take the mark. Now McCormack got it away. Gorwell goes towards centre half forward. It's all St Joey's at the back. They've got three behind the ball. Handball by Clark. Handball over from Betson. Oh, dangerous now. Back inside 50. Colac have worried him out of it. Can they pick it up though? Cooper can't. He needs some support. St Joey's get back with numbers, but through the middle the handball came on the up, and that came from Tobin Murray. Back inside 50. Knights punched over behind. Simpkin sits and waits for it. Joffy's handball was okay. Now Darcy with a bit of skill. No, not much to kick to. Webb just raffles it with Henderson, who gets back there and gives the handball away to Webby, who can chip the ball over the top, and they're away St Joey's.
Webb short. Harry Smith will drive it to the wing. Well weighted ball from Morrison. He just had to wait for it as it held in the breeze. Handball, Tudor, outside of his right boot, a dinky little kick. De Grande trapped it and gave it back to Tudor, who provided a good run. And a bounce from the veteran. And now he drives it long inside, forward 50. What's he got? He's got Jared Walters for Colac coming up and marking on the chest. Just inside defensive 50. He goes short with a kick that had too much on it for Spokes, but time to recover. Loop to handball over the top, and Scott can go.
Goes now. The racehorse goes with the right foot kick inside. Well, he's gone to the wrong side because the wind is always going to take it towards the boundary line. Joel Cooper had no hope as the ball went over his head.
0.
And it's out of bounds in the left forward pocket. Any chance they could come this side of the ground, Kirsch?
Well, it is the attacking side, Chase, but in saying that, it is very difficult to get it to this side. But he was the only player who had ball in hand and the only player with 30 metres around him. So, yes, he should have come to this.
Boundary throw in, left forward pocket for Colac. They need a goal from this forward foray. Garner up against Northam. Northam gets it down. Handball came back towards Cooper again for Colac. Ball still in dispute. Which way is it going to go? It's going close to the boundary line. Murray comes out. That's Chase. He can't pick it up. Cooper in there also for Colac. Comes to the back of the pack. They get a scrambly kick inside 50 again. And Colac just can't get a clearing kick inside there, forward 50. Now it's coming out. I think it's out of bounds on the full. It is. So St Joey's got a clearing kick out towards Oscar Morrison. He couldn't do anything about it, though. It's in the car park. Cody Spokes will take the free kick once he goes and gets it. And, in fact, it might come back to Lockie Simpkin first. He was closest, so he will take the free kick. Left half forward for Colac. They're 1-4-10. St Joey's 5-4-34. 13.5 played in this second term.
So a chance here for Colac to kick a much-needed goal, a high ball into the left forward pocket, and that is going to go out in the bounds on the full as well. Kerrs high, how many out of bounds on the full? They aren't being smart with the way they're attacking here, Colac. They're trying to basically kick to the centre of to the corridor, and the breeze is taking it away. They need to kick into this right forward pocket.
Correct, we've had 6 in total for this quarter.
Once again, waiting for the ball to come back from the car park, and Luke Webb is the recipient.
He'll be smart enough to not...
I was going to say St Joe's would be happy to have it out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Webb sends a kick towards half-back. Henderson, his target, coming up. Walters marking on the juggle. Takes a nice mark for Colac. He'll send it towards the corridor. It's a real shank off the boot. Did no favours for Tobin Murray. Monaghan, high, floating ball that will be, once again, out on the full. And that pitched and bounced and onto a couple of car roofs, and it'll come back, and Luke Webb is just racking up stats from balls going out of bounds on the full. 5-4-34. Colac 1-4-10. Second quarter action for Morris Business Class Finance. It's asset finance by Geelong people. For Geelong people, call 1300 for Morris, and Luke Webb with the resultant free kick.
So Webb again in the back pocket, wants to go down the line, does so, gets it towards defensive.
Look at that go.
Right, Bell. Gee whiz. He had to run 100 metres to get there, and standing in front there was James Hickey, who has been pounded this afternoon from pillar to post. It's off hands and out of bounds, about 65 around from the Colac goal. And I think it's blowing even harder at the moment as the boundary umpire tries to bring it back into play. Off the time, Zyde Bell gets it inside 50 now with a kick, but again out of bounds on the full, out of bounds for a throw in the left forward pocket. Birchie, any news on Jack Buckley down there?
Well, he hasn't emerged from the room, so that is a very concerning sign for Joey's. But that wind, it is absolutely picked up, and those gusts are severe.
And Aaron Walters, we believe, has gone to hospital with what we believe to be a fractured jaw or cheekbone. For St John of God, injury updates. Quick kick out of the pack, rolls towards the boundary line and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Joey's getting it away outside defensive 50. No umpire in their right mind is paying that. There's insufficient intent on a day like today. Can tell you Bell Park 10 leads St Mary's 8, so they'll be very comfortable with the world at the moment. The Dragons leading the Saints and also knowing the result here. Grabbed out of the ruck by Zy Bell. His left foot kick beautifully taken by Webb. Webb, that's an absolute mung off the boot. A rolling ball that Hawker playing in front of McLaughlin's able to take. Had it knocked from his grasp. Gow got involved. Tobin Murray through traffic. Something actually happening here for the moment other than a stoppage, although Humphrey was able to turn it over and give it to McLaughlin. Kick to the lead, but no mark taken by McComb. Well done by Walters. A handball to Gorwell. Gorwell back to Walters for Colac. A long ball that he's just going to kick for territory over the head of Lang, and it'll roll out of bounds again in the left forward pocket for a throw in. The heat map of the game would be so enthralling.
Absolutely. You want in one area.
And it's just basically being played in about 1/8 of the ground.
Absolutely it is.
The left forward pocket at the southern end with this breeze coming out of the northwest, the Australian flag flying proudly, and it is coming from that northwest corner, and everything's being played in the southeast.
Boundary throw in. over the back of the pack. Oh, is that a high tackle? It will be. Free kick's going to come back to James Gow, who was at the Iraq contest, so he's going to go along the line. Oh, wow. He's brought rain with that. It's gone so high, and nobody can pick it. It goes over the back, close to the boundary line. And is that what they're doing? Are they playing for touch rugby union style?
Well, you saw how high that went. It's going 80 metres in the air.
I know. If we're doing that, I want a line out.
Boundary. Yeah. Boundary throw in. Oh, wow, he comes back to the boundary umpire, close to it. Monahan, Gow there for St Joey's, gives it back to Morrison. His handball sets a task. How is that kicking it? Is that out of bounds on the full? He can't pay. It's
absolutely not.
Camrick got
We need to play running clock because we might be here. Actually, I've got AFLW at 7:15. We might still be finishing this game off.
We spoke about how good Colac's defence was before, blocking the ball going into St Joseph's defensive into their forward 50. Colac have had 11 inside forward 50s for only the 1 point.
Here's Bailey Scott wanting to make something happen, bursting away from the pack and kicking it out of bounds on the full. No car in that section of the ground is safe. I can see a shattered windscreen in that southeast pocket before the day is out.
He's getting sick of kicking here.
When Luke Webb's Premier data numbers are going to be phenomenal. This has got to be a new record for Kerrs High for out of bounds free kicks.
Half time it would be, I can guarantee you.
Long ball to the wing. Is this as bad as the breeze we got North Shore St Albans last year?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, and they didn't kick a goal at half time, those two, remember?
Yeah, well, that would have been the same score if it was at Marvel, I reckon.
Boundary throw-ins. Centre wing, bit of comedy from Kirsch in the second term. We love it. From the contest, Zybell says he's get out of my way, but he lost the footy. Morrison gives the handball away, comes across to Leonard. He gets with the outside of the right boot, goes backwards. Kick Hawker, couldn't take it. Now McComb off the back at half forward, takes a bounce, runs to 50, goes towards the pocket, holds up in the Malikan, nearly took a great mark, falls to the side of the pack. They might want to see it through Simpkin. It hits the behind post, and it's out of bounds for a throw in. Left forward pocket, St Joey's into attack at the cemetery end.
If he's knocked that through looking for a behind, and that's hit the behind post, that actually is insufficient intent.
Well, they're not paying that today.
Not paying that today.
Boundary throw in, left forward pocket, St Joey's with a, well, hasn't been a very frequent forward foray in this second term. Boundary throw in, and it goes into the 10-metre square. Kerwood is wrapped up by 3 Colac players, and we'll have a ball up. St Joey's still into attack.
Former Belmont Lion, Jay Kerwood.
Right.
Back from Cairns this year.
Only the 4th inside forward 50, Jace, for the quarter for St Joseph's.
Yep. Fire stats, 100% locally owned and operated in Geelong. Scott jams it on the boot for Colac towards half-back, knocked away from Walters by Humphrey. Here's a chance for Henderson, who went to ground as he kicked. Keep an eye on him in back play, please, Birchie. James Hickey rode the tackle. Here's Hawker after he received the handball that wasn't intended for him, but he's now kick clearing towards half-back or half-forward. Zach Knights, after he kicked his dumped. O'Dwyer's got to be good here. Couldn't take it in the mitts. Garner tried to take it, but O'Dwyer was okay. Knocked it away from Tobin Murray, who's quite elusive. He was trying to burn off with the footy, but O'Dwyer was able to get a hand in there, knock it away and towards the boundary line. And we've got another stoppage on that outer side. And I can't remember the last time that the footy was on this broadcast wing.
So boundary throw in. Garner up against Morrison. Garner gets it down, rode by Monahan. Short little kick around the corner. Walters just let it go in the end to Scott, who runs through 50. He needs to kick a goal. He goes right foot kick and he misses. And through for one behind, but finally some scoreboard action. They go to 1-5-11 Colac. They trail St Joey's 5-4-34 Morris. Business Class Finance K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard. It's asset finance by Geelong people for Geelong people. Call 1300 Morris.
21 minutes played, and that's only the second score of the quarter. Joey stagnant on 5-4, kicking into the breeze. Colac, the 2 behinds. We've got to 21 minutes very quickly, although it feels like it's dragged a bit as Webb has his kick smothered by the man on the mark in Murray. Deflects back towards defensive 50 for Joey's. Walters, Monahan outside of the right boot. I think wanted Joffy Simpkin. Oh, Cam Tudor's hurt himself, landing after the spoil on Zybell. Gorwell will have to run around Tudor, who's still on his haunches. Kick into the pocket. Simpkin couldn't control the mark. Umpires paid it. Umpires paid it.
Oh, no.
Mercy rule.
Oh, he's paid a ball that's hit the ground.
I reckon you've been looked after there, Joffy.
Wow.
The veteran rule has come into play.
Absolutely it has.
And Jack Mullen is still wondering how a bloke's been paid a mark that wasn't.
Goodness me.
Joffy, he's had a good year. the 28 goals. Game 100 by my count in the yellow and black as he kicks from 45, starts it right and has missed to the right, and he was waiting for a breeze that never came. And St Joey's people might say that's just a little bit of karma there.
Well, Jack Mullen saying that.
There's the margin is 22. 1-6-12 plays 5-4-34, 22 and a half minutes almost played on the Barn Foods second quarter time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong.
Webby from fullback kicks it to the outer side, half back flank, and well, you know what? It's the theatre of radio. I'll let you understand what's happened. Where do you think it's gone?
Yep.
Out of bounds.
Jack Mullen and Luke Webb having some words here too.
Are they?
I think Jack Mullen really wanted it in that pocket, but Webby's saying, I'm not kicking it there. Not a chance in hell am I kicking it to the attacking.
And Webby's having a chat to Zach Zybell as well.
Zach Zybell's gone forward to have a rest while Adam Garner.
We're still waiting for the footy.
Has gone to the ruck. Round the grounds, please, Tom, because we'll be in a half an hour.
Yeah. Newtown and Chilwell 40, Leopold on the way back 24. They've kicked 3-6 Leopold. Lara 22, Trail St Albans 32. Bell Park 16 leads St Mary's 14. You think the Dragons now are returning to finals. South Barn 58, Geelong West 16, Grovedale 90, North Shore 27 for Leopold Sporties.
Northam got it down in the ruck contest to Humphrey. He wasn't going anywhere, wrapped up by Garner in the tackle, so he's going to do the ruck work. Garner got a hand to it. Northam next to him. He handballs it back to Hawker. Tried to get free, get it up to McCarthy. His handball backwards to Spokes. Needs to get through some traffic. Threw it to Walters. His handball chopped off though. Camrick kick around the corner for St Joseph's towards half forward. Malikan gets back there for Colac. Gives it to Hayes. He has to ride the tackle from McComb. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. McComb wanted holding the ball, but
Torquay has flexed its muscle. 62-31 it leads half-time against Drysdale. And East Geelong have leading by 7 over Belmont Lions. That's 4-6 to 3-5, so that's tight at St Albans.
Scott gives it away by hand to Cooper for Colac. Yet to ride the bump because the ball sat up in the breeze. And now the umpire has said, well, bugger me, throw it in.
Hey, Birchie, is there a chance the boundary umpires might get the Leopold Sporties today? Just give it to them and they can split it 3 ways?
Yeah, well, they're dominating the action, so they're a fair chance. Could be a first.
Ball grabbed out of the ruck by Northam, who gets away from Garner, jams it on the boot, rolls it, and throw it in is the decision, as there's calls for insufficient intent. I don't think they're coming today.
None today.
And now, another injury issue. Bailey Scott is coming towards you. Birchie, what do you got for us for St John of God?
Yeah, he's staying really hobbling, staying off that right ankle, it appears. So we'll just keep an eye on whether it is an ankle or higher up.
When he was out there before,
hamstring, right hamstring.
Yep. I was about to say, why didn't he keep going? He had space in front of him and he come back into play to handball and put his player under pressure. That's why.
That's now 2 injury issues. It might be game over because we've already seen Aaron Walters with a suspected broken jaw or fractured cheekbone off to hospital.
I've mozzed them again.
You have mozzed them.
Mozzed them again, the head-to-head.
O'Dwyer, kick to the wing. Oh, Jared Walters, surely a free kick was taken around the neck. And we'll take the resultant free kick. True centre wing. They need a goal. They need something. Trailing by 22 in their finals hopes slipping away. Kick inside forward 50. Zybell flew, couldn't mark. Hands of the pack. Bexon was clean. Gave it off. Quick clearing kick came out of the pack from Camrick. It's a real floater. Will bounce away from Walters almost in the path of James Hickey. Kerwood was clean, but Hawker laid a really good tackle, and that's holding the ball. Good tackle by Aaron Hawker. That's why he's one of the best in the competition when it comes to pressure acts and tackling. And the little 36 has got it with the man on the mark, 55 from goal. With this breeze, distance wouldn't be beyond him.
Hawker now goes in towards the pocket, subbed his toe, I think. Jack Leonard can't take the mark off the back of the pack. Clark, tries to get around. Justin got the handball away just in time. Ball still there. And Tobin Murray, he's wrapped up by Mullen, not going anywhere. Right in front of the best seats in the house. Thanks to APCO. Hot chips, only $4 at APCO Cafe 24/7. We're going to have a ball up. And it's going to be Zybell against Northam.
40 metres out from the Colac goal. They trail by 22. 26 and a half minutes on the Barn Foods time clock played. Zybell won the tap down. Simpkin, chicken wing. Oh, that's a wonderful tackle, but not rewarded by Ben Clark. Thrown on the boot by McLaughlin. Went about 12 metres. Garner, a handball. Monahan kick wonderfully smothered by De Grande. And out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Right half forward for the Colac Tigers. Right in front of the Johnny McKinnon flank. The Johnny Mack flank. Here, I understand that the reserves players might have chipped in for that. Ball back into play. Double-fisted down by Northam. Front of the pack, Mullen tracking it. Knocked to his own advantage. Dumped as he kicked. But It's going to end up in the hands of Lockie Simpkin. He gives a handball forward. Tudor on the bounce. McComb. And he's managed on the outside of the right boot to bend that back into play, but put it straight onto the chest of Adam Garner, who is behind the footy for the moment.
So Garner now, high kick inside 50. Zybell comes from fourth and punched away defensively by Joel O'Dwyer over the boundary line. We're going to have a throw in. Right forward pocket, Colac into attack. And we have played 27.5 minutes. Bowen Foods time clock in this second term. Sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong. Give me some seafood because this game's poop.
Yeah.
I don't reckon they need Garner behind the ball at the moment.
Nah.
They've had
just
something ridiculous
Kick some
like
goals.
17 inside forward 50s.
Yeah.
They need Garner inside forward 50.
Zybell got it down. Oh, Gorwell from the pack goes towards goal and is missed across the face through for one behind. Peppering 1-7. Is that it? 7.
18.
1-7-13, Colac.
18 inside forward 50s.
Oh, wow.
You don't need Garner there.
St Joey's 5-4-34, and that's on the Morris Business Class Finance K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, Joey's held goalless, or held scoreless so far through 28 minutes, but they don't mind because Colac haven't eaten into the margin that was 25 significantly. It's only 21. Tudor with the kicking duties, long way from home. A high floating ball to half back. Northam flying but can't take the mark. It's a good target to kick to though, isn't it, Ollie Northam? If you want to bail out, just kick it in his direction. He'll compete for you. And that's off hands and out of bounds. Not for the first time in this second quarter.
They got bigger. He's a big boy, isn't he?
He's been really good today.
He's
done a lot of good work today.
He's still only 20.
Oh, it's amazing.
Ball back into play. Garner winning the tap down. Front of the pack numbers there, including Hawker for Colac. Trying to get a handball back, missed his target. Although Gow overran the footy. Chance here for Lockie Simpkin. His kick is going to bounce away from both Garner and Dustin Walters, who we've barely seen this afternoon. He's had a really good year, Dustin Walters. Had to be Team of Year contention with 30-odd goals as a medium-sized forward, Kirsch. 2 games, a good return.
He's kicked 34-16 for the season, so he's had a really good year. 50 scoring shots from the role he plays is a really good effort.
We'll have it hurled back into play again as we approach the half-hour mark of this second term on the Bowen Foods time clock. Northam, Garner came from the side, tried to get a run at it, but here's Henderson jamming it on the boot and putting it out on the full. And we'll get a free kick for Colac. Can they find a late one here and just give themselves some momentum? Cody Spokes has to jump the fence and go and find the footy.
Just been having a chat down here with Luke Webb. He's very relaxed on the interchange. He's very happy that someone else is having to take those out-of-bounds kick-ins. He doesn't reckon he's going to get back on this quarter, and we doubt that he will either.
Oh, no, I reckon it'll go to 38 minutes, to be fair.
Spokes sends it up into the left forward pocket. Northern to look to kill the contest. He didn't get a hand on it. Zybell wants a free kick for too high. Umpire says throw it in. Janky says I didn't see anything untoward in that marking contest. We'll get it hurled back into play. Right forward pocket, left forward pocket I should say. Lang trying to get on the move at the stoppage. Plenty of bodies going. The throw-in favours Zybell, although Northern was able to get a hand on it. Monaghan, snap around the corner. Pitches on the line and bounces through for a much-needed Tigers goal. The veteran finds something in the shadows of half-time to pull the margin back to a more manageable 15 points. They're 2-7-19, the Tigers. They trail St Joey's 5-4-34 thanks to Morris Business Class Finance. Asset finance by Geelong people. For Geelong people, call 1300. For Morris, don't forget Carrick Football.live tonight from 6:30. Cats in Melbourne to open AFLW season 2024.
Had to come 19th entry, Jace, into their forward 50, their forays. So finally had to come. The dam wall broke and they finally got that shot on goal that was a genuine one. So can't knock them from trying, but only the 4 inside forward 50s for St Joseph's. They just haven't been able to run it up into their forward half.
Back to the middle. Northam got it down, but it was rowed by Monaghan, the last goal scorer. He's gang tackled by 3 St Joey's players there, and he's getting up a bit ginger too, Brian Monaghan. One across the face, I think. Handballs gives the ball back to the umpire, so just left of the centre circle. Northam, Zybell. He gets it down, but Northam, his kick was smothered. Comes back towards Henderson. His handball to Smith. They work the 1-2. Hawker comes in and Monaghan. They both get in the umpire. So it's held up and it will be a ball up on centre wing on the other side.
Really need to play rolling clock here. These quarters are going to go extremely long.
Well, it's 11-10 clearances. So we've had 21 clearances already this quarter in favour of St Joseph's.
For Curse Higher, tap down one by Northam. Zybell might do the roving, track the footy and then got rid of Northam, gave a handball off to Hawker. Can they find a second late goal here and get themselves within a single-figure margin. James Hickey was almost too slow. In fact, he's going to get pinged for it too high.
Jeez.
And a 50-metre penalty as well. Gee, that could have gone either way. Tobin Murray was thinking that he'd been pinged for a throw, and then a couple of Lang and Chase Murray run into each other trying to defend. The kick is poor. Tudor will run onto it, knocked it into the path of Kerwood, who snaps a kick around the body and fortuitously playing in front and marking on the chest is McLaughlin. And he will kick after the siren to put us out of our misery in this second quarter. That has been, well, you will not get a lower standard, and it's not the players' fault. It's just that these conditions conspiring against.
I love how the kids are on the ground already too. Yep. Get off, I want to have a kick.
Bailey Scott definitely done. He's just walked off with, or hobbled off with ice applied to that right hammy.
Thank you for that, Birch.
Very dejected.
Max McLaughlin would need to start this left hand behind post almost and let the Breeze bring it back. That's where he starts it, and the Breeze has bent it back like you would not believe.
No way!
He has started that between the middle of the behind and goal posts and bent it back on the Breeze. The goal umpire took off Usain Bolt style towards the Russell Pavilion, and then it just faded back like, well, it wasn't a fade. It swung. It was Terry Alderman at his finest and went through for an Inspirations Paint goal of the day, and he kicks his second, and a very handy one. Joey's first score comes after the siren in the second quarter. 6-4-40, 2-7-19. Birchie, you've got to get to Max McLaughlin, I think, if you can.
Wow.
The Joey's boys are headed towards the rooms. Birchie's sort of getting herself into a little bit of a canter to get over there as we get to half-time. Thanks to Blackman's Brewery. Who's she going to grab? Very quickly try and get somebody before they disappear into the room.
I'm running the laps you get when you're late for training.
I'm doing this lap so you can get to training safely.
Because late is always better than never.
Being late isn't the end of the world.
For causing a road crash by going even a little bit over the limit, could be.
This lap so you can all get put in back safe.
This lap?
This lap.
This lap.
This lap is so you can show up for your team and slow down on the road.
There is literally no reason for you to speed.
So this lap, so you don't have to rush.
Hang on. Why am I running laps? I'm retired.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
I'm running the laps you get when you're late for training.
I'm doing this lap so you can get to training safely.
Because late is always better than never.
Being late isn't the end of the world.
But causing a road crash by going even a little bit over the limit could be.
This lap so you can all get put in back safe.
This lap?
This lap.
This lap.
This lap is so you can show up for your team and slow down on the road.
There is literally no reason for you to speed.
So this lap, so you don't have to rush.
Hang on. Why am I running laps? I'm retired.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Look at your finance options today. Call 1300 4Morris to experience the difference today.
Do you know what's as Geelong as the Cats? Blackman's Brewery. Family owned and run, Blackman's makes local beer right here in Geelong and the Surf Coast. Whether it's a crisp, refreshing Pivot City lager, pale ale, or a classic Blackman's beer, it's Geelong brewed and always delicious. It's the ultimate halftime beer. Blackman's Brewery, an Australian champion brewery. Beer for everyone. Settle into your favourite at a Blackman's bar in Torquay, Grovedale and Ocean Grove.
Update your home with a new floor from Harvey Norman. Great deals on versatile hybrid flooring, including beautiful Australian timber, pine and oak designs from just $45 per square metre. Luxurious oak natural timber flooring from only $85 per square metre. Or family-friendly carpets. Soft, quiet and warm underfoot. Great value from just $17 per square metre. From measure and quote to expert installation in your home. Come on in and see the specialists at Harvey Norman. Your locally owned and operated Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds.
Like footy players, not all shelving is equal. Some buckle under pressure, some are a bit crooked. But we're Geelong. We're tough. We're A&B Australia, the Geelong shelving store. Whatever size or weight capacity you need, choose the winning team for high quality tailor-made shelving units. A&B Australia is the ultimate destination for your garage, office, warehouse or factory storage. See the showroom and talk to an expert. 47 Morgan Street, North Geelong. ANBAustralia.net.
If your lounge room has been niggling at you, your bedroom's fighting for attention, or your deck is calling your name, then you might need to plan a paint project. And when you do, the team at your local Inspirations Paint store can't wait to get stuck into it with you. They're the Dulux approved specialists, and they've got all the paint, accessories and expert advice to make your next project awesome. Inspirations Paint. What's your next project?
Inspirations Paint, Grovedale, 138 Torquay Road.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, ABCO. Fueled by ABCO Cafe 24/7.
Half time at a very windswept Drew Oval in Herne Hill, Geelong. Thanks to Blackman's, it's half time. Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate halftime beer made in Geelong. St Joseph 6-4-40, leading Colac 2-7-19. In the expert chair for the Sporting Globe is Matt Kershaw, Eat Drink Sport, Rory Street. Geelong, what have you made of that first half effort, especially from St Joey's, who are just yet to emerge from their rooms, Kersh?
Yeah, I guess the conditions are, what we're seeing is we're not seeing any fluent football. We're not seeing any ability to transition the ball from one end of the ground to the other without there being stoppages in between. So the conditions are just playing havoc at the moment, unfortunately, and it's probably wrecking a good game of footy. But, you know, what that does is it brings others into the game, particularly those stoppage or those clearance type players like the Gowls and Kamaricks and these type of players who like it in tight, and James Hickey. And then they're bringing the others on the outside into it a little bit. But that quarter, everything was a bit stagnant. There was a lot of stoppages. We have 7 out of the fulls to that outer side. So not to mention how many boundary throw-ins or ball-ups we had as well. So a little bit of a stoppage fest. What Colac have to do, though, this quarter is score up against the breeze. They have to score, and they have to, you know, give themselves a chance in their forward half. So Joseph's only had the 5 inside forward 50, so it shows how hard it is to get the ball to the cemetery end. St Joseph's, on the other hand, they need to kick a score. If they kick 3 or 4, this game is all but done.
Colac's finals hopes done with it. The head-to-head for White Cross Healthcare. Unfortunately, you have mozzed both players. Bailey Scott, it's not such a big deal. He's hurt his hamstring because he couldn't play finals anyway. If Colac were to make it, he'd overqualified with too many games at Essendon VFL. But Jack Buckley, this is the story out of the game. Joey's could win by 1,000 points, and that's not what we'll be talking about.
Absolutely not. He's the last player that they would really want to go down and do an injury, and they'll need a bit of healthcare, both of them, after that. But their head's been mozzed again.
White Cross Healthcare, scooters, walkers, but much more. Trusted advice, best solutions. Fine Street, South Geelong. Third quarter action, we're underway for Barwon Timber. Here's Jay.
Saw them, got it down. Darcy Lang in the middle for Colac now. Picks it up, gets a clearing kick. It went to the centre wing, but Hawker runs onto it, steals the ball and runs towards half forward with it. Going up, Walters can't take the mark. Clark, big thump away from behind. Good play by him, and acknowledged by the twos who were sitting under the scoreboard at the northern end of the ground as well. And we'll have a throw in right half forward for Colac.
Good start, though. They've got the ball clearance inside their forward 50, which I just said how hard it is to get the ball inside forward 50 to that end.
That breeze is not abated slightly during that second half. Northam's taking the footy, taking in a really big tackle and brought to ground by Zybell, but the umpire was comfortable that there was no prior opportunity after Northam grabbed it out of the ruck. Northam, Zybell again. Zybell winning the tap down. Ball at ground level for Zybell to try and pick up, going nowhere, and the stoppages will just roll on and roll on as we've gone nearly a minute on the Barn Foods time clock in this opening stanza of the third quarter. Humphrey for Joey's couldn't take it cleanly, came again and tried to pick it up, couldn't. Zybell did, jammed it on the boot, brought his team about 20 metres. Out came Chase Murray, gave a handball off. Simpkin a kick around the corner. Didn't get much purchase on it, but Gorwell was able to take it. He kicked it into a pack, and Joel Cooper, I should say, is there. Handball out of the pack came from O'Dwyer into space for Gow to run onto it. Keep it in the field of play just. Jams it on his left boot. Boundary line too close. It rolls out in front of Kerwood and we'll get a boundary throw in. 40 plays 19. Minute and a half played in this third quarter. Thanks to Barwon Timber. Barwon Timber building better. Fellmongers Road in Breakwater.
So boundary throw in. Right half forward for Colac on the outer side. Boundary umpire very deliberate with the throw in. Zybell gets it down, and he might have a bit more work to do too because Hickey and Gore will see it over. Gains about 8 metres for Colac, a bit closer to the new high performance facility here at St Joey's, the northern end of the ground. Oh wow, gee whiz.
I thought there was about 10 elephants coming into the...
I thought you were about to lift off with the van then, Kirsch. The ball from the ruck contest back towards Northam. Kick by Zybell was smothered. Northam tried to tap it on, did so. Hickey through some traffic. His right-hand handball set Humphrey up, but he got a quick kick away on as far as Josh Garner, who took the mark on centre wing. So, brother of called to play on. Oh, wow, he's put that in the high performance centre. That is out of bounds by a long way, and That's
tough going.
The top 5 in the reserves has been settled. St Mary's have finished with a 15-3 record and a percentage of 485.
And got beat today.
And got beat today by Pell Park, who finished 4th. Joey's 2nd, South Barwon 3rd. So Joey's have finished 15-3 and a percentage of 290, and that's not good enough for the minor premiership. Back in the middle, Walters gave a handball to McCormack. McCormack a high ball that sits in the breeze as well. Zybell back with the flight, wonderful mark. Never averted his gaze from the Sharon, took a wonderful Hamlin hanger and then gave a handball off to his skipper. Malikan pulled the kick into the path of Lang. Lang won't get there first, but Joffy Simpkin will with the left. Will the breeze work for him? Yes, it will. Wonderful finish. No. A behind. Oh, he's not happy, Joffy Simpkin. That didn't come as anywhere near as much as McLaughlin's, and now Webb very quickly on, and he's got Gow. He's all alone on the wing, but can't mark with the one hand, but he's able to knock it into the path of a teammate. Can McLaughlin take it? He's pushed off it a little bit too easy by Walters, and then Walters a handball back. Dustin Walters, Jared Walters, Simpkin all involved. Now a little kick on the half volley. Monaghan outside of the right boot. Will it have the carry for its intended target? O'Dwyer was good, able to fist it away towards half back. Rolling ball. I'll get it to you in a moment, Jace. Tobin Murray's there. Ball locked up at half forward. Your turn, Jay Doherty. 40 plays 20. Margin is 20. On the 3rd quarter, Carrick Barwon Timber scoreboard. Gee, that was so important that had to be a goal, didn't it?
Absolutely, and they're showing some massive spirit here, Colac.
Ball up, neither Zybell nor Northam can get it down. Gow, kick around the corner towards half back. Spokes and Mullen see it over the boundary line. They copped a rocket at half time, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's four inside forward 50s to zip with St Joseph's with the breeze and 3-2.
What do they need to be within at 3/4 time?
I reckon this margin. I reckon 20 points is, close enough that you can compete.
So boundary throw in, half forward. Zybell takes it out of the ruck contest. Thought about the handball. He got tackled as he got the handball away and holding the ball. So just held onto it just a little. Oh, he got a high tackle. There you go. And Jay Kerwood's got up a bit sore as well. So keep an eye on that for St John of God. He gives the handball away to Monaghan. He's kicked towards the pocket. Holds up. And Zach Knights reads it the better. Thought about the handball. Oh, he's going to play across. Dangerous towards Leonard. He gives it to Luke. Webb gets it around. Oh, a bit of candy, if you don't mind, from Webby. Perfect play to Clark, who dropped the soda. But he's got a bit of time and space and can get it on the attacking side, but he's turned the ball over. Lockie Simpkin read it the better at half back for Colac.
The veteran sends it towards the wing. And the mark taken by McCormack, who just treated James Hickey with disdain. A right foot kick. Judged best off the boot by Knights, but he couldn't take the mark. Lang provided a contest. Tobin Murray gave it to Chase Murray. Kick around the corner. Simpkin down low. Takes a diving mark. Handball off. Oh, Tobin Murray fumbled it and left it behind. And McComb is cleared, and they've blown an opportunity there. Kick to Clark. Clark wide. One of James Hickey. Walters. Now, Eric, did the runner get in the way there?
I don't know what happened. Something did happen.
No, I think a couple of St Joey's players, one went for it and one went back, and then they both stopped. Jared Walters went at it.
Boundary throw in left half forward in front of the Alan Russell Pavilion, and Colac have had 2 gilt-edged opportunities that they've failed to take.
Throw in now, left half forward for Colac. He's going to be close to the boundary line again. Chase Murray close to it for Colac. The umpire has found a free kick. It's going to be a hold, and the Tigers going to take it Monaghan. High kick. Brings it back with the breeze towards the top. Garner can't take the mark. Off the front of the pack, Northam left it behind. Garner's handball to Zybell. His kick was smothered on hands and knees now. Shuffled out. St Joey's working overtime across half back. Kerwood can't take it. Needs some support. Ball spills free. Humphrey got a clearing kick, and it's a good kick too. Hayes runs back with a flight of the ball. Doesn't take the mark. Under pressure. Lewis has got him. It's a one-on-one inside forward 50, and Hunter Lewis kept it in there defensively. Did well. Cooper Hayes will get up and give it to the umpire.
Jack O'Neill was the closest umpire. Josh Brown blew the stoppage
that was bizarre.
from the middle of the ground.
Absolutely
Jack
bizarre.
O'Neill's seen Josh Brown come and go, where'd you come from? Ball up about 35 metres from goal. Here's Mullen, brought down by Zybell, who turned it over. Monaghan, though, couldn't get a boot on the ball. Little soccer by Lang's going to work out okay, because Hawker bursts away with a bounce. Sends a high ball towards the outer wing, but going back with the flight. Clark has taken the mark comfortably for St Joseph's. Ben Clark with it, one of the trio of brothers that have all worn the red, gold and black at senior level. One of them is into a VFL preliminary final in Jesse after they beat the Cats today for Leopold Sporties by 21 points in the VFL qualifying final. And the same movie that we saw in the first half is back on repeat, and that's the ball going out of bounds in the left forward pocket at the southeast corner of the ground. It's St Joey's 40, Colac 20. 7 3/4 minutes played on the Barn Foods time clock in this third quarter. For Bartland Timber, building better.
So Zybel up against Northam. Zybel tried to take it out of the ruck. Monahan right next to him. Zybel gets it. Oh, a bit of candy too from the big bar. Gets a kick around the corner, but only as far as Henderson. And Gow's getting up after a knock. Henderson long to Morrison. Oh, pushed off the ball by Jaron McCormack. Said, get out of my way. And he's taken the mark in the last line of defence for Colac. This, though, dangerous kick in the right back pocket for the Tigers. Along the line, oh, high kick. Holds up in the breeze. And, oh, Northam goes up, can't take the mark. Zybel was the ladder. He couldn't take it. Now kick around the corner. And it was partly smothered. That came from Lewis and off hands and out of bounds. And would you believe it's on right and left half forward? And we're going to have another boundary throw in.
So there was some semblance of free-flowing play in the first 7 or so minutes, but the last couple, as we approach 9 minutes played, have been a little bit ho-hum. Boundary throwing's a shallow one. There's going to be a free kick and advantage, not paid, because it's going to go back to being a free kick against Zybel to Ollie Northam.
It was a bit tough on Zybel then because he just kept front spot Ollie Northam and he done the wraparound trying to reach for the ball.
Northam sends it to about 25 out from goal. Paddy de Grande, his target, can't mark. Zybel did the roving. Back of the pack was clean, and then a dinky little kick. Joffy Simpkin asked a lot of, couldn't mark. Gow off the hands of the pack, slung in the tackle, got a handball away. McCormack stood in the way, and Henderson brought him to ground and said, you're going nowhere, Jaron. I'll ball it up, the other number 15. And we'll get another stoppage. About 35 out from the St Joey's goal. Bit of push and shove. What are you seeing, Kirsch?
There's a +1 here in the goal square for St Joseph's. They actually don't have a defender on Oscar Morrison, but it doesn't matter because they won the clearance.
There was a free kick, in fact, and now a clearing kick by Lang sends it wide. Garner, it'll bounce in front of him and Betson. Garner will have too much toe for Betson, you'd think, so turns and snaps on his left boot towards Lang. McComb came out, took the footy for St Joey's and was brought to ground, and we'll get a ball up. So another opportunity where they burst away, but they just haven't been able to finish their work. They're 20 points in arrears and needing to be in front of the final siren to be any chance of playing finals. Joey 6-4-40, lead Colac 2-8-20 as we play 10 minutes on the Barn Foods time clock.
Ball falls free, and they run free as well too, Colac. They missed the target with Simpkin for the handball. He's pushed off it. McComb's kick with the outside of the right foot was good. Finds de Grande, who is a million miles from goal. He goes towards half forward, goes back to Lockie Simpkin. He picks it up, handballs it back towards McCormack. He's going to be under pressure. Needs some support. Got it as well through Hawker. Gets the handball away. Now Cody Spokes with the foot towards left half forward. He goes there now. They've got the numbers. Kick around the corner. Joffy was good. Kept his eyes low and found Butler. Gave it away to Joffy again, who runs past. This time as he kicked it with the breeze. He hasn't got the carry. It doesn't matter because his mark's been taken in the goal square. About 40 metres out. It held up in the breeze, and Dustin Walters took the mark, and he will come in and kick the goal. So after all that sustained effort, they get a goal. 3-8-26 Colac, St Joey's 6-4-40, Barwon Timber K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
And they've held up really well, Colac, across the ground. Their defensive structure, their defensive shape, more importantly, and they've got the run going. They've got a bit of run and carry going. They get it inside their forward 50. That's 8-2 inside forward 50s already. They're just dominating across the ground at the moment, and it's 7-2 by way of clearances. So they're winning it at the source, they're winning it on the outside, and they're getting the ball inside forward 50 and giving themselves a chance.
Within 14 points, and they'll kick with the breeze in the last quarter. The only team, though, that's really made significant use of it is St Joey's in the opening term when they kicked 5. And since then, they've only kicked the 1 goal, and that was after the half-time siren. Umpire Brown puts it into the air for Zybel and Northam to go at it. Zybel tried to do his own roving, but Northam did in the end and jammed it on the boot. A high kick that'll spin in the middle of the ground. Zybel back with the flat. That's a really good mark. That ball was spinning quicker than a helicopter rotor blade. And then a long ball sends it towards half forward from behind. Dustin Walters brought it to ground, but McComb cleaned up. Gave a handball to Hickey, who gave a handball to Knights, who ran himself into trouble. McComb, just was a little bit casual, but in the end, it worked out all right for him. Won the footy, fired a handball wide. Morrison confronted by Lockie Simpkin, steps inside him and then kicks towards the wing, but kicked it straight to Jared Walters of Colac. He goes short for the Tigers, and coming up and marking is Chase Murray. And there's a bit of movement to the footy here. It's been a little bit more cleaner in this third quarter. He gets to Zybel, who gives a handball off. Jared Walters, Joffy Simpkin, Tobin Murray, a handball under pressure, turned over by Cooper. Humphrey with a kick out of the pack, he's okay. And he finds Morrison, and Joey's hold up for the moment. I don't reckon they want to concede another one, Joey's. I think they need a 3-goal buffer at least going into the final term.
Ball from Morrison goes towards De Grande. Can't take the mark, but second effort was good. Kicks it towards Kirsch in the expert's chair. Hayes gets back there. Oh, Kerwood comes in. Hamlin Hanger contender plays on quickly back to the top of the square. It's a great kick. Fantastic kick from Kerwood. And he found Camerick, who was standing 20 metres out, and got it between Hawker and also Melican. And he was able to take the mark, the returning midfielder.
Josh Conway on the spot at Leopold Memorial Park. Drysdale have kicked 5 unanswered goals to draw level, 23 gone in the third, so I suspect the Hawks kicking with the breeze to the Queenscliff Road end.
Camerick comes in, keeps it low, kicks the goal.
Goal.
So his first of the afternoon, and a reply for St Joey's. They go to 7-4-46. Back to 20 points. Colac 3-8-26. And that was on the Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter score. But it's that windy. The runner has lost the hat as well as he walks out there, Kirsch.
He was running off the ground. The wind blew his hat off, and he had to run another 50 metres back to get his hat that blew off. That's the expert chair update right there, Jay. Sorry about that. But good play by Kerwood, but even better mark by competed well, Paddy De Grande to keep that ball alive and then kick it along the line without it going too far inboard. And then Kerwood celebrated his little kick by giving a little fist pump, which was fantastic because Camerick had to mark.
Ben Camerick, the Tasmanian, just his second game of the year, played round 1, kicked a couple of goals against St Albans and hasn't been cited since. Bit of injury and time in the twos. Tap down Zybel, roving James Hickey, and Joey's will go forward again with a floating ball. Kerwood came up and couldn't hang on to the mark. Mullen was clean. Mullen can straighten. Mullen can bang a long ball that is a wonderful goal. Melican pointing at the post. Goal umpire doesn't see it that way. In fact, it was Josh Garner pointing at the post. And that is a second in about 35 seconds as Mullen drills it home and kicks his first of the afternoon. And Joey's now have opened up what is a very handy game high 26-point lead. For all the work they've done, Colac, they now find themselves in a fairly decent sized hole if they want to play finals, knowing that St Mary's are leading Bell Park by a couple of points at Hamlin Park.
And it's looking a bit black behind us, and I just see my little offsider on the right looking at the radar because it's looking black out the back. I'm not sure if there's any rain coming.
Well, there's no rain, but I'm telling you, if the rain was coming, we're out of here.
Yeah, correct. She's very black out there at the moment.
Zybel gets it down in the middle for Colac, does his own roving works, tries to run straight through Harry Smith. He can't do that. And the umpire will ball it up. So you want to be in front of the Zach Zybel freight train either, I wouldn't have thought.
He's lifted too, I reckon, this quarter. He's
absolutely
been part of the reason they're still in this, well, they were in this game of footy to those last 2 goals.
Hawker.
They need to be, what'd you say? They need to find 2, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, 100%.
Not concede.
Ruck contest, Zybel gets it down, Monaghan in the middle. Got a quick little kick out. Ball spills around. Walters gets it away. Chase Murray, kick inside 50. No mark taken by Butler, who comes out. Can he pick? In fact, it's Walters who gives it away by hand. Lang through the middle. Dangerous handball to nobody in particular in the end. St Joey's working overtime in defence. Ball spills free. Comes McComb. Gives it away by hand and goes Clark. Short. It's okay. Finds James Hickey at centre back.
He sends a kick towards Mullen, who's been good. He's just held up by Garner, but gets quickly back off the mark. De Grande, or he could go longer to McLaughlin. McLaughlin standing all alone, although the kick will be taken away with him by the breeze, but it'll be a rolling ball to the goal square. Camerick, he got a toe on it, and he actually misguided it, and it went through for a behind, and a minor score, and the margin is 27, and that might have put the Tigers to bed at the 16-minute mark of the third quarter. 8-5-53, plays 3-8-26 on the third quarter. K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard. Bowen Timber building better. The other thing we've got to keep an eye on is with Garner not goaling and De Grande with 1, can the Joey's boys find a couple of goals for Paddy De Grande to get involved in the goal kicking?
Well, they were +1 then, and De Grande was one of them. They're getting a little bit confused when the ball's on the quick transition inside their forward or their defensive 50, Colac.
Lockie Simpkin got it out towards defensive 50. Hawker got a clearing kick, goes towards centre wing, falls back towards Northam. He threw the ball away. Umpire, free kick, no. Yes, Hawker should be. Darcy Lang, is he allowed to play on? Yes, he is. Just a couple of little steps and then a short little kick is okay. Monaghan, Walters gives it back to Lang. on the boundary line. Short little kick around the corner. Now they get it inside 50. They want to move the ball towards Garner. Coming out was Betson. Did well. Garner over the top of him as well. Kick out of mid-air, and it only went as far as Jared Walters, who's taken it 55 from goal.
It's got dark.
It has. Way too far for him to score, so he puts it up into the breeze. Who's going to mark it? Oh, Webb in front got one high. Should get a free kick and will. And Luke Webb will take in the last line of defence, telling Tobin Murray all about it. And St Joey's to get out. 8-5-53, they lead Colac. 3-8-26-18 played third term.
Webb high and long to half back, but there's Colac numbers there. De Grande, they grabbed it off the pack, jammed it off the boot. Camrick's come into the game in the third quarter, and then he shanks a kick. Oh, straight into Jaron McCormick's face, I reckon. Keep an eye on that, Birchie. That's going to have hurt the veteran defender. He's still down in the middle of the ground. Morrison, a handball. Leonard, haven't caught a lot of him. There's a bit going on off the footy. Mullen went to ground. He's absolutely given it to Jack Malikan. He's still in trouble, is Jaron McCormack. Keep an eye on it, Birchie, for St John of God. We put you first. Mullen will send it inside forward 50 into the pocket. It'll suit. McLaughlin and De Grande looked at each other. Neither went at the footy. Gower handball, a loose ball picked up by Gorwell. No, tried to fist it forward. Morrison over the top. McLaughlin can steady. McLaughlin can miss to the left. Birchie, down to you. Jaron McCormack is in your sights. I reckon he copped that footy flush.
He did. Oh, I think it might have broken his nose.
Yeah, he did. That got him from very close range, and he had just come onto the ground too and run straight to that contest.
That's the last thing they need right now.
So unlucky.
Won't help his pretty looks, that's for sure.
St John of God, we put you first, and there goes the modelling career of Jaron McCormack.
Good-looking human.
So Lockie Simpkin. Jared Walters ran away from kicking the ball in. Did you see that? Gave it straight to Lockie.
I would too.
It's yours, mate. I don't want to do it.
Bit of a missed opportunity there from St Joseph's and Max McLaughlin. Just really had to pop that one away. 30-metre kick.
So Simpkin plays on from full back.
Oh,
long kick, goes 40 up and 30 down. Monahan comes in, falls to the side of the pack. Hickey puts the tackle on, 50 out from the goal, from St Joey's goal, and we'll have a ball up.
104-35, Grovedale over North Shore, South Barwon 107, Geelong West 16, that is finished. So Geelong West kept to 2 goals in the final game of the season for them. Jared Walters had his kick smothered, it went back to him, and then he got a handball to Gorwell, who almost threw that to Hawker, who's dumped in a Lewis tackle, and will get a ball up. In injury updates for St John of God, down to you, Birchie, just keeping an eye on Jaron McCormack as he came past you.
Yeah, just a bit of blood coming out of his nose, so he was just holding that with a cloth. So we'll just see if there's anything else, any other injury in terms of that nose.
So they've already lost 2. Bailey Scott to a hamstring, and also Aaron Walters to a fractured jaw, we suspect, or cheekbone, from an incident in the first quarter. We didn't see it, so we don't know whether anything untoward has happened or not, but no doubt the match review panel with those incidents will look at it. It's a shallow throw in as it tries to work against the breeze. Bell just fired a handball over his head, trying to get it towards Jared Walters. He had to try and lay a tackle on Gow. Gow a handball back. Camerick had his kick smothered. Ball deflected at right half back for Colac. Well, they're going to come up with it here. Joey's and Camerick. He's going to send it inside 50. Kick too much on it from McLaughlin. Lockie Simpkin judging it best and wants to run away with a bounce.
And he kicks it across the ground. Scrubs the kick. Camerick back inside, and it's just in that left forward pocket. And call
it off.
Yeah, call it off. And it's out of bounds.
Well, Colac don't want it called off because as long as St Mary's lead Bell Park, although we haven't had a score update there for a while, it's been stuck on 20-18. If St Mary's are leading, Colac is still a sniff.
So boundary throwing, St Joey's into attack. I don't know, Tom.
I don't know where
those days. No, not me either.
Not enough Bulldog clips.
I know. Northam takes out the ruck through. In fact, it was Morrison through traffic, goes towards McLaughlin, who takes the mark in the left forward pocket in between the goal post and the behind post. He's kicked 2 this afternoon. Max.
He's quick.
He's very quick, isn't he? Gets to the spot very quick. He's going to come around on the J curve, kicking it into the wind. Keep it low, son. He does. He kicks the goal. That's very skillful from Max McLaughlin. Kicks his third 9th for St Joey's. It's all over here. 9-6-60. Colac 3-8-26. Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard. It's all done, Kirsch.
Well, they had 19 inside forward 50s with the breeze themselves, Colac.
And kicked 1 goal 4.
Yeah, but, you know, they're going to give themselves an opportunity. They've been pretty good this quarter, Colac, early in this.
In the experts' chair, Matt Kershaw will tell you why Colac can come back.
Well, they're getting enough opportunities. They're getting enough looks at it. That's what I'm saying. They certainly aren't out of this game of footy. One more might put it to bed, but I'm just saying there's still a little bit of hope for Colac people. Don't tune out yet.
Grovedale have beaten North Shore, so they'll finish their season with, that is win number 5 for them. So something to build on for Jacob Spalding. They didn't have Mitch Chafer today, who was out with the dislocated shoulder, which is a huge blow for him because he was knocking on the door at Werribee from half back. It's thrown on the boot, a rolling ball by Morrison that's attacked by Spokes beautifully through the middle of Drew Oval. And then the kick wasn't too bad, put it to the advantage of Joffy Simpkin. Simpkin kept it in front of him, but he was worried out of it by Ben Clark in the end. Henderson picked it up. Monaghan picked him up, brought him to ground. We'll get a ball up. 60 playing 26. So 5-13 Grovedale, which I think they've won 5 of their last 11 and been really competitive in other games as well. So something to work with for Spaldo over the summer.
So from the contest, Henderson's kick was partly smothered on centre wing. St Joey's trying to work it forward. Hawker puts a tackle on again. He's had a... I can see why he leads the tackles, Aaron Hawker.
He has a crack, doesn't he?
He has a crack. And we'll have a ball up just inside the centre square. At centre wing, Zybell against Morrison. Morrison got 2 hands to it, couldn't take it down. At the back of the pack, Malikan left it in the end for Murray, who got it away to Chase Murray. He goes with his right foot. Garner goes up and takes the Hamlet hanger.
His own player.
He had a beautiful sit. A beautiful sit there. Liam Betson can't believe it. And Adam Garner will shoot for goal. So he's done the easy bit because he can mark the ball in space.
The Ollie Butler step ladder.
The Ollie Butler step ladder. That's what he's famous for.
Absolutely is.
Now, Garner hasn't kicked a goal yet this afternoon. He needs to put this into the Alan Russell Pavilion and let it come back. He's coming in now, 40 out, right foot kick. That is beautiful. That is not there. And 3 for 1 behind it. Wasn't it? Didn't even make the distance in the end. And he did all the hard work, couldn't finish it off. 3-9-27 Colac, St Joey's. 9-6-60 Bowen Timber K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
So they've only had 3 less scoring shots, but trail by 33 as Webb runs out of his defensive goal square towards right half back. He sends it. Garner with the one hand couldn't mark. Left behind there also by Lockie Simpkin, but Tobin Murray was clean outside of the right boot. A neat kick that's juggled by Joffy Simpkin. Left forward pocket, wants to swing around onto his right, sends it towards the goal square. Marking target. No mark paid there. So it might have been Josh Garner, and it's tight in the left back in the right back pocket where Henderson's had his kick smothered, and then it went out of bounds as Knight's got his kick away. We'll get a boundary throw in. So left forward pocket, cemetery end or northern end of Drew Oval, where the breeze is coming from and coming at a rate of knots. It hasn't been pretty footy, not one for the purists this afternoon. As it's hurled back into play. Adam Garner, Northern flying across the front, couldn't get a hand on it. Betson left it behind. Through traffic, Mullen, handball, turned over, holding the ball. And it's going to be a free kick as Ollie Butler, thankfully, has been bailed out because Ollie Butler went to go off the outside of the right boot and have a shot and fresh aired it. And it's been called back.
You're only good for one thing, Ollie.
Step ladder.
Correct.
And here is Aaron Hawker with the biggest kick of his season so far. He just has to kick it. He has to start it at worst, probably 2 metres left to the left-hand goal post as he looks for his 3rd goal of the season. Aaron Hawker on its way, starts at left and doesn't bring it back enough and through for a minor score. Went too far left and the margin is 32. They've had their chances and they've failed to grasp them. 3-10-28 now Colac. Not the day you wanted to be inaccurate when you're fighting for a finals berth. St Joseph's 9-6-60.
Just didn't give it enough air. You either punch through the ball when you keep it straight, Jace, or you give it a bit of air and you allow the breeze to come.
I'm sure he'll join the Kershaw kicking school in the off-season.
Cash only.
Cash only, brown paper bags accepted. Webb plays on, kicks it in, goes towards half back. Now the handball from McCormack, who's made a miraculous recovery. Now Monaghan forward of the footy, kicks it high and long, holds up in that breeze in front. No mark taken. Webb for St Joey's. Ball spills towards Mullen. Oh, Hawker again. That's dropping the footy. That's great play, and it has to be.
They got a goal from this.
So Hawker tried to play on. Gow pushed him. What's happening here? No, he's going to come back. Mullen stands the mark. So Aaron Hawker is right on the boundary line. He chips the ball over the top and gets it in. Is okay. Cooper takes the mark. Still in the right forward pocket. Still 40 metres out. So way too far to kick the goal, you would suspect.
St Mary's 27, Bell Park 25.
Wow. Oh, wee. Stick with us. We've got the close one. Maybe we'll take the truck around there. So Cooper, right forward pocket, 40 out, has kicked it across the face of goal, needs a mark. Garner can't take it. Fresh air shot came. And now Northam, handball, tapped. Henderson taps it on. McLaughlin's handball was smothered. Comes back towards Simpkin. He gets around one, gets the handball back inboard. Tobin Murray, Zybell wrapped up by Northam. Does he drop the football? The umpire says play on. Ball still in dispute. Now he'll have to come in and do some work at left half forward for Colac, and we're going to have a ball up.
28 minutes almost played. I don't think this quarter will go as long. Hasn't been as many stoppages. And James Hickey does the roving. Gave it to McLaughlin, who fumbled it, but fumbled it. No, it's going to come back, is it? It's going to come back as a throw, I suspect. And it'll be a free kick to Colac. Jaron McCormick's back out on the ground, so obviously nothing too wrong with the schnoz after he copped the falcon of all falcons with a footy flush into the face.
Just a bit swollen.
Thank you for that, Birchie. Down boundary side for A&B Australia Quality Shelving. Jane Birch. Keeping an eye on the injuries for St John of God. Tobin Murray. He'll have to swing out to the right, start at left and try and work it back. Gives it everything he's got, and the mark is taken between the left-hand goal and behind post by Adam Garner, who might be able to come out in the J-curve. This won't be the easiest of kicks despite being a right footer. And Colac and Garner protesting the location of the men on the mark and those surrounding him. Adam Garner, left forward pocket, about 15 out, steps, snaps, and has goal. Much needed margin. Back to 26, and maybe two, enough for Adam Garner to become only the second Tiger to win the GFNL goal kicking. Jared McGuan did it back in 2014, 10 years on. Adam Garner now moves his season tally to 62. He's 3 clear of Paddy de Grande on 59, and his team, importantly, are back to within 26 points. One more would make it manageable, but with the breeze in the last, could they do some damage? 4:10:34, plays 9:6:60, 29.5 minutes played final. Third quarter action thanks to Bowen Timber. Bowen Timber building better. Fellmongers Road Breakwater.
Well, they've had 5 inside forward 50 marks this quarter. While some of them have been shallow entries, it's still 5 inside forward 50. Gives themselves a chance, or at least to look at it.
Back in the middle, Northam got it down. Garner gets it away, goes towards half forward for Colac. Lang through some traffic, don't argue, right foot kick, lowers the eyes and puts it on the chest of Zach Zybell, who has taken the mark and will shoot for goal from 30 out directly in front. And this, my friends, is still no given.
No, it's not, but again, clearance inside forward 50. Their ball movement's been pretty good into the breeze.
3/4 time in the Bellarine preliminary final. Torquay 66, Drysdale 60, but I think the Tigers kicking with the breeze in the last.
Zybell, right foot kick, brings it back with the breeze. He got the distance, he has. Goal.
Wow.
Straight through the middle by Zach Zybell. His first of the afternoon, 5th for Colac. They go to 5:10:40. They trail St Joey's 9:6:60. Bowen Timber, K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard, and the reverse ball's working beautifully here, Kirsch.
Absolutely. They're 10-6 in front by way of clearance at the moment, and their clearances have been really important because it gives themselves a chance to look inside forward 50, and they're taking their marks and they're giving themselves a chance. I said it before, Jace, when you said this game was over, it's back to 20. I said they're getting enough looks at it and they're finishing their work now.
Newtown not going away. The margin's 7 at Elderslie, so just across Autumn Street. Gee, if they found one more, knowing they're kicking with this howling gale in the final quarter. Northam won the tap down. He'll try and do his own roving front of the pack. Just keep an eye on back play as Zybell or Adam Garner's down after doing the ruck work. Ball's gone inside 50. Rolling ball's bobbled out of bounds. Left forward pocket. He's picked himself up, Adam Garner, and now has to bolt about 60 metres to do the ruck work. Zach Zybell has gone forward for the moment. He'll be a tough matchup for Wombat Gully Plant Farm for Betson. I would have thought maybe a little bit more agile than Liam Betson. Left forward pocket, Joey's in attack. You would think maybe to put the pin in the bubble if they could find a late goal. Oh, Adam Garner, a roundhouse missed. Mullen, the roving front of the pack, tried to take on 2 tacklers. Can't get out of the takedown of McCormack. And also, is that Aaron Hawker again laying a tackle? Getting to his feet, it is.
I feel they need one here, St Joseph's.
Ball in the air. Garner grabbed it out of the ruck, just hacked it out of there towards half back, and it's going to end up all right, is it? Jared Walters on the juggle has taken the mark for Colac at left half back.
He's had a great day today, Jared Walters. He's taken it inside defensive 50. Called to play on now. So along the line, high kick out towards centre wing. Webb reads it the better.
East Geelong 37, Belmont 36, 5 minutes played, final quarter at St Albans.
So Webb now from centre wing goes inside 50 with the kick off the back of the pack. Josh Garner sort of gave the handball to his brother. Oh, then DeGrande got one high, did he? No, the umpire said held in. And we'll have a ball up 45 out. I think Belmont are kicking with the bruise in the last term too, so might be in a bit of trouble there, the Eagles.
Could the Belmont Lions be off to their second ever Division 1 grand final? Boundary throw-in, ball up I should say, and from that Hawker taking a tackle by Gow. 20's manageable. I don't think they want to concede, Kirsch, Colac.
26 is tough, 20 is mentally, it's gettable.
Kick one in the first 2 minutes of the last quarter and off you go.
Oh, absolutely.
Boundary throw in again. Darcy Lang's come up around the 44 on McGully Plant Farm, and that is three-quarter time. A quarter that went 33 minutes. And Colac, just maybe their biggest home and away quarter under Rowan McSparron, is going to come in his last game in charge before a hoped-for finals campaign. We'll go through all the scores on the other side of this, but right now it's St Joseph 60 leading Colac 40, and the Tigers are still alive just in season 2024.
I'm running the laps you get when you're late for training. I'm doing this lap so you can get to training safely.
Because late is always better than never.
Being late isn't the end of the world.
For causing a road crash by going even a little bit over the limit, could be.
This lap so you can all get put in back safe.
This lap?
This lap.
This lap.
This lap is so you can show up for your team and slow down on the road.
There is literally no reason for you to speed.
So this lap, so you don't have to rush.
Hang on. Why am I running laps? I'm retired.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
68, lead Drysdale 60. That's Ballerine preliminary final. The winner to play Anglesey in next week's grand final. East Geelong 37, Belmont Lions 36. 11 and a half minutes played in the final quarter at St Albans in the second semi-final. The winner into a granny, the loser to play in a prelim against the winner of tomorrow's first semi-final between Werribee Centrals and Thompson. Earlier today, the Cats losing to Werribee in the VFL. A qualifying final. The Tigers progressing to a prelim, the Cats into next week's semi-final. Jane Birch has been boundary side for AMB Australia Quality Shelving this afternoon, and Ryan McSparron just having a quick couple of words with his medical staff, and or maybe just getting a snake or something like that for a bit of glucose going into the last quarter, but it's an important last quarter, and Birchie is down next to Ryan McSparron. Down to you, Birchie.
He is certainly steeling himself for an exciting last quarter. He's got a handful of lollies here to get through what's to come. But Rowan, it's a gettable margin. It's absolutely blowing a gale. 20 points. You're still in it. That belief was the word that I kept hearing your players, saying to each other out there and supporters. So there is that belief in the group, that's for sure.
Yeah, we were pretty buoyant coming in there at three-quarter times. Those couple of goals to finish the quarter was really impressive. We've had just as many scoring shots and probably just quite haven't taken our opportunities as well as Joey's going the other way. So we get a little look in early here, and it's going to be an interesting last quarter.
And when you had the breeze in that second quarter, it was hard to score. It kept going out on that outer side. I did hear you mention you want to see them attack it. You want to see them come this side and get their shots on goal from this side where it's going to, be favourable rather than keep going out of bounds on that outer side.
Yeah, well, we've got to kick 4 goals to win. So if we don't come this side, it's going to be hard. As we saw in that second quarter, the ball lived over in the far pocket and we just couldn't get good shots on goal from there. So, we've got to score. So we'll come this side, and if it goes for us, we'll see how it rolls.
I'm not sure if you'll be able to, but enjoy the last quarter.
No worries. Thanks, Bertie.
Well done, Bertie. That's never a true word probably spoken for Ryan McSparron, because there will also be half an eye being kept on what's happening at Hamlin Park. So the two results that mean a lot to this are here. Joey's and Colac. Colac win, Bell Park lose. Colac are in, and St Mary's take the minor premiership. Joey's win. Doesn't matter what happens, Joey's finish on top, and it'll be Bell Park playing finals for the first time since 2017. Harvey Norman Electrical, final quarter of the home and away season. Here's Jace.
Northam gets it out of the centre, forcing Joey's, and goes wide and long, and it's out of bounds for a throw in.
The umpire got some speed up.
You thought he was going for it?
There's no way.
The old insufficient?
Absolutely. You can't pay anything like that to
No, you can't. Still blowing an absolute gale here at Drew. And the umpire is waiting for the ball because it's gone down the street. The boundary umpire's going to get it back from Lee Gorbel.
Good response by Ollie. Good start for this quarter, Ollie Northam, because Zybel really took it to him in that third quarter.
So a throw in for Northam and Zybel now. That right half forward for St Joey's. Zybel gets it down, Gorbel through the middle. Couldn't take it with him. Needs some support. Zybel over the top. Little bit of a toe poke. Goes towards Tobin Murray. Humphrey in front of him, though. He got the kick, and he has kicked that close to the boundary line. It actually went past Max McLaughlin. He had to go back and try and get it. He couldn't do so. It fell out of bounds, and we'll have another boundary throw in.
I just hope umpires don't think now, because they haven't paid it all day, they think they need to start paying insufficient in 10.
Yeah, you can't pay that now.
Ball back into play. Just forward of the wing favouring St Joey's. Sun now beating down on Drew Oval. It's a shallow throw in. Tapped down by Northern. Beautiful roving Lang. He might have moved himself onto the ball. Jams it on the boot. Got it towards Tobin Murray. Was he being held? He was. Umpire saw it that way. And that might be 52 as James Hickey slung him to ground, Tobin Murray. And this is just exactly what they needed. Inside the first couple of minutes, a very gettable shot at goal. Tobin Murray needs to back himself here. He is a beautiful kick of the footy. Man on the mark stands just inside 50. The distance not an issue with this breeze. He needs to start it around right hand behind post, but he's just going to set it up for Dustin Walters. Too much on the kick. Webb dropped the mark for Joey's, but time to recover. Jammed it on the boot towards half back. De Grande, the bouncing ball, took it, snapped a kick over his left shoulder and kicked for territory. Rolling ball, rolling ball. There it is!
Can't pay it, mate. You can't. We've just said it. You can't pay it in these conditions.
And the free kick.
Oh, this
for the Tigers is marked by Lockie Simpkin.
My goodness gracious me.
Simpkin, backhand to centre wing, plays on now, drives it long towards centre half forward. Murray, pushed past it by Humphrey to the back. Northam had to get the handball away. Simpkin now Joffe. He gets through some traffic, handballs it to a standing start. Walters gets on the outboard to Hawker. He's at left half forward, goes inside 50 with the kick. Good mark, Ben Clark. Takes it in the last line of defence for St Joey's and holds the play up, and Webby just lurking as usual, but he goes with the kick instead, outside 50, big pack there in the middle, good mark, Paddy de Grande.
One goal will put the pin in the bubble, I reckon, and Joey's will claim the minor premiership, but Colac, with that awkward kicking style to Grande, will look probably worse in these conditions. A ball that holds in the wind will roll towards the boundary line. Can they keep it alive? Joey's a handball back to Camerick, shrugged the tackle, gave a handball to Harry Smith. Smith a high kick, and he's got a man all alone going back with a flight. Although Morrison, will he be paid the mark? Who's it going to? It is Oscar Morrison, and he quickly turns, kicks to the goal square. McLaughlin front on contact, free kick. Well, Shepherd was what was paid, but Max McLaughlin, in a low-scoring game, has a chance to kick his fourth, and very much be in contention for the Leopold Sporties Player of the Day. Steamatic standout in there as well. Steamatic, your disaster restoration experts. And a shot at goal coming for Maxie McLaughlin. 27 goals for the season. What a great return. Third only for the Joeys to De Grande and Hunter Lewis. Man on the mark, stands about 20 to go from goal. This for a 26-point lead, and they'll be rejoicing at Hamilton Park with this goal, because it makes life hard for Colac. We've got a blood rule as well coming from the ground. Is that Ryan Monaghan's coming? Is Ryan Monaghan coming towards you there, Birchie?
Yeah, certainly is.
So they've been in the wars today, the Tigers, down to only, I think, only two on the bench, Birchie, with Walters and Smith out of the game, Scott out of the game.
That's all right. There was just a bit of blood on his, so perhaps a blood rule there. Kirsch, just with your coach, putting your coaching hat on, at the other end when Tobin Murray had the ball there, surely the message goes out to say, just have a go.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, in these conditions, they got 4 goals to win it. Just pop it, do your best.
Yeah, Tobin's a very good kick of the football, so I would have been giving it a little bit of scoreboard pressure. Even if they have to kick the ball back in, it's deep, and it's a deep kick in, which puts more pressure on them.
Colac from the middle. Zybel got it to Hawker, and then he kicked it off the ground from centre wing.
Can't be any difference, they're saying, Jace.
Yeah, throw it in.
Well,
so insufficient intent was lurking, but it didn't come, and it will be a boundary throw in left half forward for Colac, who need 5 goals to win now.
And St Mary's to hit the lead, because Bell Park 32, St Mary's 28.
Jeez.
Gee whiz.
So even if Colac were to pull off the great escape, Bell Park might put pay to their hopes. And that's a St Mary's team that has actually stacked back up with some talent this afternoon. So that'll be a good confidence booster for Bell Park if they can go into the finals, into an elimination final against South Barwon next week.
Well, it's a scalp they need to take, I reckon, going into the finals.
Leopold, the only team in the top 5 they've beaten this year. But that was way back in about round 7 or 8. Ball back into play. Ball at ground level. Knocked away by Lang. Chancey. Oh, Hawker taken high. Free kick, surely. It's not hard to take him high because you can see his feet on his driver's licence. Hawker. He thought about handballing while he was genuflecting on the ground.
Just kick it to Garner.
Hawker sets it up to the goal square. Garner will be the man. Spoiled Betson. Webb will track it with that unique running style, but he won't get there in time, and neither will Tobin Murray, and it's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in, and the man in the right forward pocket went to pick it up below his knees and fumbled it as well. It absolutely took out all three pegs.
They were all on the ground. He didn't touch it at all.
Lockie Veal standing there hoping that he might get a game next week because of these injuries. Just gives us a wave. They could do with a bullocking ruckman next week. Let Zybell just roam loose on West Oval.
Run through a few of these, don't worry about that.
Ball back into play. It's a shallow throw-in from behind Northern. Won the tap down. Clark a handball through traffic. James Hickey. Smith wanted to get back onto his left boot and did for Joey's. Kick towards half back. Big ass Curwood. That's a really good mark. Hamlin Hanger contender. Hamlin Holmes new Bannockburn display open now open.
Goes towards centre wing with the kick over the back of the pack. Morrison picks it up, then gets wrapped up by Josh Garner. He got the handball free. Hawker left it behind. Kicked by Mullen. Was smothered. Comes the other way, Zybell. Just handballs it over the top.
St Mary's back in front by 2. St Albans by 36 over Lara. And Leopold by only 2 over Newtown and Chilwell at Elderslie Reserve.
Yeah, they'll win by 6 goals. You watch. Boundary throw in centre wing. Yeah. It's a 6-goal breeze at Newtown, I hear too. From the Bees assistant coach, who's obviously had a good day. Ball has come from the ruck contest. Harry Smith played for a free kick around the chops and got one.
Torquay appears safe, 83 to 61.
Plays on, goes towards the middle of the ground. They've turned it over now. Colac, can they get it the other way? They can. They go long, inside 50. Garner bets it against him. Garner goes up, can't take the mark. Off the front of the pack, Joel O'Dwyer. Handball away to Ben Clark, was chopped off. So there's a high tackle. Harry Smith.
Fourth in a row he's had.
He knows how to do the Selwood. He gets the free kick in the last line of defence.
It's a kick wide to James Hickey, who marks. Will his brother be back for that second semi-final after a battle with Syndesmosis? Right now, Joey's might have bought him another week. Sends it to the wing. Zybell got a hand on it, but at the front of the pack cleaned up nicely by Henderson. Handball over the top to Northern. Northern heard a voice coming from behind. It was Camrick, who had a big third quarter. Kick to half forward. McLaughlin could spoil McCormack. Front of the pack, Cody Spokes had his kick smothered for Colac. Going to end up in the hands of Kerwood, who gave it to Northern. Northern controlled the kick to the pocket, and 3 Joeys had run forward to the footy, and one of those was Camrick. And there's 3 of them in the goal square if he can get it there, and he couldn't get it off the boot cleanly, but McLaughlin was there to snap and kick his 5th. Leopold Sport, his player of the day contender, as Max McLaughlin kicks his 5th, and he might have put Colac to bed. 11-6-72, 5-10-40. They've found 2 goals into the Breeze and Joey's. They only kicked 1. Actually, the only man to kick a goal into the Breeze for Joey's in this game is Max McLaughlin. He's got 5, and 3 of those have been to the cemetery end. 11-6-72, 5-10-40, final quarter. Harvey Norman Electrical, Warren Ponds and Corio scoreboard.
I'm getting a little excited. I'm hoping he goes close to winning the Sporties. I can't wait for his interview, to be quite fair.
Why?
He's a man of few words.
Is he? We'll pop a couple out of him, don't you worry.
Absolutely.
Back to the middle, Zybell gets it down. Roved though by Smith.
Nearly got another one.
Yeah, he nearly got another high tackle too. He goes long, inside 50, punched away by Gow. Tobin Murray's there as well. And Gow puts a tackle on him, the 2 number 9s.
Belmont Lions by 7 at the 23.5-minute mark of the GDFNL second semi-final.
Ball up, getting it down Northam, and does his own roving work in the end. It comes back to him, and then he gets tackled. Henderson gets the kick around the corner towards McCormack. Big thump away, goes to Hunter Lewis. Dangerous in this situation. Left foot kick high to go up into the... Oh, nearly Morrison took the mark. He give it away to Kerwood. Kerwood kicks the goal. That's the ball game. Done and dusted now. Jay Kerwood has kicked his 2nd, and the men who look alike have kicked 7 goals between them this afternoon.
Louis Antonac.
Louis Antonac, Max McLaughlin, Jay Kerwood, they're all into it. And St Joey's are marching on to the minor premiership because they have kicked 12-6-78. They lead Colac 5-10-40. Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
And they're the ones who have picked it up in this quarter. You know, Colac had a bit of a yelp against the Breeze last quarter, and now St Joseph's are doing exactly the same. They've 5-2 by way of clearances, and they're in front forward 50s. So, and Kingy, your paper is in the air on the ground.
Adam Garner's going to read it back to you.
It's gone.
That's in the tree.
It's actually gone all the way. Yep, it's gone to Edinburgh Street. Yep, I've lost it. That's just unfortunate. All right. Margin is 38. 12-6-78 plays 5-10-40. And a chance here for Lang. Lang to send Colac inside forward 50. rolling ball into the path of Ben McCarthy. You haven't called a huge amount of Ben McCarthy this afternoon.
No.
As we approach 11.5 minutes played, and this is all by the by now. 38 is the margin. Joey's have responded in impressive fashion. Oh, that ball up is actually blown away from the two rucks and into the waiting arms of Harry Smith, who's had a big last quarter. He's kicked a half-back, alerted Kerwood. High floating ball towards the back pocket where Webb has been met front on.
He plays for it beautifully. I tell you.
He's smart, isn't he?
He could be at home and away too, I reckon, Webby.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Right back pocket, and Luke Webb has the footy, and we'll look to, well, I don't think he'll clear defensive 50. He'll try. He'll get it maybe to the top of to the arc, and over the top to Grandy. Takes a really good mark for St Joey's, who are going to become only the third team in GFNL history to go through the home and away season 18-0, and the good omen for Joey's is both teams who have done it previously have gone on and won the flag.
De Grandy kicks it out of bounds on the full. There's another one, Kirsch.
Yes,
good. And how many are we up to? Kirsch high style?
A lot.
12.
12. Well,
all in the same, probably around about
100 metre arc.
Yeah, 100 metre arc from
nice.
each other.
Yep. So the ball back in towards centre. Oh, to Grandy. Hamlin hanger. Get behind the ball, Paddy. Don't need you forward today. Max has kicked 5. And he just stands tall and takes the mark at defensive 50. And drives it long towards centre wing. This time he's not kicking out of bounds on the full. They go up front of the pack. Kerwood, Mullen, for St Joey's. He gets a kick as he gets slung. He got high tackle, actually, the umpire said, and coming back. Jack Mullen will take it on centre wing.
So Mullen with the footy has got the ball just back of the wing, out of side. Sun shining. That dark cloud that was loitering with intent earlier has blown away, not surprisingly based with this northwesterly. Kick towards half forward into the right forward pocket. Colac will clean up into the path of Cooper Hayes, who is brought to ground in a really good tackle.
Wasn't it what?
By Jake Kerwood, Jake Kerwood is probably one looking at what was running around in the twos today and going, I need to produce something and play well to hold my spot in the second semi-final. You've got Hannessy, you've got Edwards, loitering with intent. You've got Hickey to come back into the side. And probably last in, first out, and Jay Kerwood's been one of the last in. Leonard sets it up towards right half forward. Harry Smith came with a run, had to provide a spoil on McCormack. Ball rolls towards the boundary line. Gow, can he keep it alive? Tries to take on Cooper Hayes, and the umpire says throw it in as he's gone over the boundary line. They're very vocal over there, the Joey's reserves, who of course find themselves in finals next week. I think you're going to find that the 5 senior finalists and the 5, this is unbelievable. Kegger Betts, one of the great number 26, has just found my sheet of paper out on Edinburgh Street and has returned. Thank you, Kegger. What a start! And I've got it back, and there hasn't been an addition to the score in the time the sheet's been gone.
One of those message in a bottles that comes back all the time later.
Ball with Leonard anyway. Back to the footy, you two. How you going? It's okay. McComb's got the free kick. Centre wing, just waxing lyrical in the box. It's okay. Finn McComb's got it.
Somebody was listening in a car over the other side.
Our one listener, well done. Good work. McComb goes to half forward. Oh, good park. Oh, no, push. Oh, theatre, umpire, theatre. Josh Garner gives it away. Now he gets it out wide. Gorwell, centre wing, Colac towards centre half forward, Lang over the back, O'Dwyer nearly swallowed it. He gets it back to Ben Clark, who goes lateral over the head of Henderson. Now it's a foot race. Getting across there first is Malikan, doubles back on his right, goes long back in towards forward 50. Good mark. Cooper goes up, takes a mark for Colac, and will shoot the goal from 40 out directly in front.
Still a couple of Monday to Friday kickers out there, Jace. Ain't allowed to kick at training.
Have a listen to him.
Should just handball.
Well, Joel Cooper, maybe he should handball. Or he kick the goal. He kicks the goal. That's a great kick. He just held it up enough in the breeze and he puts it through. So his second of the afternoon. 6 for Colac. 6:10:46. They trail St Joey's 12:6:78. Harvey Norman Electrical, K-Rock. Final quarter scoreboard and the expert share. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. Eat, drink, sport. Ryrie Street, Geelong. Here's Kirsch.
Just a little 9-9 from Joel Cooper. And he's going to be a very good footballer for Colac over the coming years. Obviously on the Falcons list as a 19-year-old this year. Hasn't had an opportunity, but he's going to be a very good addition for Colac going forward. But just a bit of quick ball movement after that sort of turnover, and they got it in quick, and Joel Cooper done the rest. Another mark inside forward 50 for the Colac side.
Belmont Lions are off to a grand final. They lead by 14 points at the 30-minute mark at St Albans Reserve. First time in 17 years that they'll play in the big one. The Belmont Lions. We're back in the middle. Is there a chance for Colac to find another one? A long ball from Adam Garner towards centre half forward. It'll clear inside forward 50. It'll roll out the back. Morrison's back behind the footy. We know he can play in defence. Turns and kicks very, very wide. O'Dwyer. Well, actually, Ben McCarthy, I don't reckon, is moving completely freely at the moment. Couldn't get out of his own way. Couldn't even put a chase on O'Dwyer. Kick around the corner. Henderson to the wing. De Grande attacked it for St Joseph's. Couldn't take it cleanly. Sock it off the ground by Lang. Just tried to hack it forward. Went about 15 metres, but Joey's resolute in defence. O'Dwyer's handball just out of the reach of Smith. Had to go back and retrieve it. Handball on the bounce. Camrick and Hickey conspire to actually knock it away from each other. Can Colac come up with it? Gorwell in traffic. Good player. Simpkin in trouble and out of trouble with a handball. Just held it back. Chance here. Lockie sends it towards half forward, and it's a well-weighted ball that's marked by Dustin Walters. Dustin Walters, he just sets it up to a one-on-one. Ben McCarthy, and it bounces into the right-hand behind post. Well, that's a better result than a behind. They'll get a stoppage in the right forward pocket. Ben McCarthy just doesn't seem to be moving freely for St John of God.
No, he's playing deep out of the square now, and you mentioned it before, Kingy, no defensive run out of him chasing from the full back line.
So boundary throw in, right forward pocket for Colac. Zybell in front. Northam got it down from behind. And pack develops. The umpire says play on. Lang tried to get the kick away, and they fall on top of him. So we're going to have a ball up 15 out from the Colac goal. And for the first time since 1983, Torquay and Anglesey are going to play in a Bellarine grand final. Ball up, and Northam gets it down. Gorwell roved it well, kicked the goal. Oh, no, he's missed, and there's an...
Where's Kegger? Kegger Betts, are you around?
There goes my sheet. There's my sheet of paper again. Oh, has put it through for one behind. Oh, what's going on? You're going to win the... I reckon you might win the Leopold Sport. Is so kingy. 6-11-47 Colac. St Joey's 12-6-78.
Do you know what the funny thing is? Now he's gone to go find it himself. Last time it went 7 streets away, so we won't see Kingy till after the game.
Thanks for coming, Kingy. You're at AFLW tonight. Hawker takes the mark at 50. Oh, scrappy. Mercy rule nearly, I reckon. Ben Clark, through traffic. Got the handball away. Camrick, back to Clark. Don't argue. Free kick, push, hold. I don't know.
Hold to the throw.
Throw. Gee whiz, I tell you what.
That was not a throw.
Well, it's a free kick. Hawker's got it. 50 out from goal. Gives it away by hand. Garner has to get around some traffic. He goes with a right foot kick long, and the breeze has taken that well and truly out of bounds on the full.
Another one.
And it will be a free kick for St Joey's, the last line of defence.
It's a few last games today, isn't it? The Rowan McSparron, obviously Bailey Scott going to Colac Imps, the Pizza Man, and these three umpires.
Yeah. The ball has come to Paddy de Grande, who's taken half back. Oh, wow,
Season's over for a few.
You, Tom, you.
Yeah, long ball to Grande to the wing, written, spoken and authorised by Matthew Kershaw, somewhere in Lara. Garner, short kick to Lang. Didn't get to him in the end. Henderson, taken in a really good tackle by Spokes, who didn't go high on him as he went low, and the umpire has.
Another one.
Oh, that's actually a free kick because Henderson went to go low in the tackle. Spokes laid a really textbook tackle on him and wins a free kick. Sets it up. It's not a great kick. It hangs in the air. Cooper flew and actually uncontested took a nice mark. Just needs to play on and kick a goal, doesn't he? Cooper sends it on its way. Long ball, high ball, not bad. Just misses to the left. Through for a minor score. And it is still whipping up this breeze through this box and
just hang on to that piece of paper, Tom.
The margin is 30, and I really hope we get no northerlies of any description at West Oval over the next 5 weeks, and I can't wait for GMHBA Stadium on Friday, September 27th.
Oh,
Leonard.
Gee, it's paid off.
Leonard played on and stubbed his toe. I mean, seriously stubbed his toe. And he kicked it straight to gut.
A metre off the ground.
So
no, that's on the full.
Oh, no, that's on the full. That's miles away. Gee whiz, he tried to kick it to Henderson, who had to be standing in the car park to take that. And Colac will come back the other way with the resultant free kick. It's Garner who gets it into that pocket, and Butler can't take the mark, the step ladder, and it will be a throw in. 30 out from the Colac goal.
Yes, Stanley.
Leopold by 13 over Newtown and Chilwell. St Albans by 19.
He's actually done something.
Over Lara.
He's stubbed his toe, big time.
Is that twisted his ankle or hurt something? Turf toe.
Turf toe.
Mary's by 4 over Bell Park. Boundary throw in.
He's actually struggling to walk.
Yeah.
The grounds for Leopold Sporty's ball in the forward pocket, and out it goes again. A little hobble here for Jack Leonard. Down to you, Birchie. Boundary side for A&B Australia Quality Shelving. What have you got for us?
Yeah, he's certainly not putting any weight on that that right leg, so perhaps he did get it into the turf. Oh, see if I can find out.
I'd love to go back and watch the Lockie Peck vision last week because I got a real feeling that his knee just
gave away.
Just got stuck in
the turf. Yeah.
Ball back in to play. Tap down maybe Zybell. James Hickey's been good. Handball release. Camrick had his kick smothered. It'll deflect back towards him and Gorwell. Gorwell took it. Camrick took Gorwell, brought him to ground. We'll get a ball up about 35 out from the Colac goal, but it's all window dressing now. The margin 30. Joey's are going to complete the third perfect home and away season in GFNL history. Colac are going to miss the finals for a rare occasion in the last decade.
So from the ruck contest, Hawker pushed off the football. Still at forward 50 for the Colac Tigers. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
Amazingly, this is Joey's first win over Colac since 2017 here at Drew Oval.
That's an amazing record. The ball, Camrick has put that wide. Going up. We'll take the mark anyway, even though it was out of bounds on the full.
Yeah.
So Spokes. He gets it on centre wing, drives it long towards the top of the 50. Coming up, Lewis. We've got everybody behind the ball now. Everybody's in a quarter of a ground, pretty much.
Basically, there's going to be no more scoring.
There will be no more scoring.
That is it.
23 played in this final term. And it's going to be Hunter Lewis with a wobbly punt towards centre wing. Kick around the corner from Kerwood was smothered, and can't believe it's out of bounds.
Oh, poor old boundary umpires going to have to ice their shoulders.
Yes, Leopold Sporties. I hope they know where to go to Leopold. They're going to win the Sporties today, I think.
Belmont Lions 8-9 have defeated East Geelong 5-7, and East Geelong were 4-5 at quarter time. They've kicked one goal after the first change.
That's no good.
I might change my description for Jack Buckley's hamstring to awareness. He's just standing on the interchange, in the interchange gates here. He looks like he's raring to go, but he's got a little bit of a sleeve on it, and he was just bouncing around, so I think it might be precautionary. There we go.
Stop being a peanut. Look at him waving at us from there. G'day, mate. How you going? Lovely to see you.
Jack Leonard, he's right calf.
Where's your headband?
Right calf
for Jack Leonard. Said that his words, I just felt it go, but he's got some ice on it now, actually, and he's applying that now. So this is not the end to the season that they'll be looking for, that's for sure, with these injuries.
Well, Al Hickey to come back for the second semi-final, we suspect. Ball back into play, but he won't have played for about 6 weeks. From the boundary throw, and here's Adam Garner to the unlikely rover kick around the corner, and Oscar Morrison, who can play behind the footy. I suppose if there is versatility in this lineup, and maybe Morrison has gone back just for the sake of, if he needs to play defensively during the finals, well, he can do. He's not without some time there. Here's Ben Clark jamming it on the boot, coming up and taking a really good mark. He's Spokes will send a kick wide to Lang, and Lang can give a handball to Simpkin in the old firm link up. Kick wide, bouncing ball into the path of Dustin Walters. Dustin Walters can turn, kick and into the pocket, go and find a marking target. And he's found it, Ollie Butler. Butler a handball. Cooper to look, kick his third, goes with a banana and has put it through. Margin back to 24, but gee, they need a miracle from here. 12-6-78, 6-12-48, and Cooper with his third of the afternoon. 12 for the season, 7 games he's played in his debut senior season of GFNL footy. He's going to be a handy one for the Tigers going forward, and for whoever the new coach of the Tigers is when that appointment is made. As Matty Gibson told us before the game, they thought they had somebody on the hook, but that has not come to pass, and they are just reassessing their options.
Yes, Kirsch signed our contract, which was good for 2025, so well done, Kirsch. Good on you. Well done. Back in the middle, Northam up against Zybell.
The umpires actually won't let Kirsch be appointed coach of any club, is my understanding.
Could you imagine that? Wow-wee.
Is their job up for grabs?
Second,
a fun pirate?
secondary bounce in the middle. Oh, wow-wee. Gow got it down. And kick towards centre half forward.
Torquay 12.21, lead Drysdale 8.13. I suspect that should be over. It is over. 12.21, just as I said, 12.21, 8.13 for Leopold Sporties.
So the ball from the ruck contest, or Walters he put on a high tackle. The umpire said no, I'll have it.
Harry Smith gets those ones.
Yes, well, that was Harry Smith, so he didn't get it.
He didn't.
No. So another ball up, Northam. Zybell, big thump away. Falls back to Northam though. His kick was smothered. Falls in the arms of Gow. He gets it away. Colac through Murray on the cricket pitch area. And it's held up again. We'll have a bit more work to do for the central umpire. 12.678 St Joey's, Colac 7, 12.54. Played 26.5 in this final term.
Oh, he's got a bit ginger, Tobin.
He has. Yeah, he just got his leg caught underneath him, I think, there.
The season might not be finished. He's still obviously in VFL contention for the Cats.
Northam gets it towards centre half forward. Spokes, though, picks it up for Colac. Clearing kick, well, really, it went high in the air, and Henderson couldn't take the mark. Simpkin runs through some traffic, gives it away to Jared Walters. He gives it to Joffe, tried to get it back to Lockie. Simpkins that can't take it with him, though. Now it comes back. Walters through the middle, does well, holds it up. And umpire Brown will come in, ball it up just inside the centre square at half forward for Colac.
An almost afternoon at times for Colac, hasn't it? Just when the doors open for them, sometimes they just haven't been able to walk through it. In the middle, here's Zybell stealing it. How will he poll? Matheson Middle Knight, you would suspect fairly well. Henderson across the face of Lang was able to spoil and then soccer off the ground towards the wing. Mullen took it nicely. Long, high ball inside forward 50, and Lewis marks on the chest. And we'll go back and have a shot. And this will be for goal number 50 of the season for the talented small forward from St Joseph's. Last year's Rookie of the Year. Had a stunning first season before breaking a leg about 11 or 12 rounds in. But from 16 games, will kick, you would suspect, 50 goals. He's got 49 after kicking one in the opening term. He sends it on its way, the left footer, and he's got 50, Hunter Lewis. And puts the exclamation mark on what is now a 30-point lead. They move to 13.684 St Joseph's. They lead Colac 7-12-54 in the final quarter. K-Rock, Harvey Norman Electrical scoreboard. Harvey Norman Electrical, Warren Ponds and Corio. Same day delivery, 7 days a week.
Just a couple of good little contests there from Felix Henderson. You know, he defended the ball well, coming in quick. Then he's kicked it off the ground to get it forward, a bit of forward momentum. Jack Mullen playing in front, and the rest is history. But, yeah, some good play by Felix Henderson there.
What about the biggest story of the day is that St Albans going to beat Lara at Lara?
Are they?
Yep.
What's the score?
82-70, 28-minute mark in the final term. Back in the middle. Gosh. If only we were on TV and we could see your face.
82-70.
Yep. No, it's full time. That was the score. There you go. Darcy Lang with a free kick. Short. So Lockie Simpkin takes it. Just play on Lock. He does. Drives it long. Inside 50. Walters with the sit. Can't take it. Garner over his head. Joffe through some traffic. Left foot kick though was smothered. O'Dwyer got the clearing kick for St Joey's out wide. Zybell, who hasn't stopped all day, gets across there first. Picks it up. He's got McCormack short. He misses him, though, by a long stretch. Goes towards the step ladder. Butler gets it away. Handball back to McCormack. Back to Butler across 50. He gets it inside 50 now, and it's okay. Walters in front takes the mark.
The step ladder kicked it inside out.
Are we watching Joffe Simpkin for the last time?
Yes.
Yep, I think so. Yep. Dustin Walters not. He will play next season. He will line up for his second of the afternoon. Bring the margin back to 24. Right foot kick. Goal umpire.
Missed.
Has moved across to his right-hand side. 3 for 1 behind. So they go to 7-13-55 Colac. St Joey's 13.684. Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock. Final quarter scoreboard.
30 minutes played on the Barn Foods time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you. Jonga Road, North Geelong. Not for the first time today. Luke Webb with the ball deep in defence, looking to get Joey's outside of that defence. He's nearly turned it over into the waiting arms of Gorwell. Couldn't complete the mark. I think it shocked him that he was coming towards him. Betson turned it over to Gorwell. Gorwell lost it in the tackle. Ben McCarthy, handball away, trying to barge his way through. And now Betson picks it up. We'll get a stoppage about 35 out from goal. So winners so far today in the GFNL, Grovedale and South Barwon in the early games. St Albans has beaten Lara. Leopold have got the better of Newtown by the looks of it, and St Mary's lead Bell Park by 4. Later score, quick clearing kick. There was that Hawker with a flying shot. Has missed through to the right, and a minor score, and the margin is 28. 2 behinds for Aaron Hawker by my count this afternoon. 7-14 now, so they've actually had 2 more scoring shots, but are going to lose this one in the end. 13-6, 84.
Webb plays on again. Where's he going to go now? Webby long. Outside 50. Oh, good mark.
He's been good this last
quarter.
quarter.
He has, Harry Smith. The second half has been good. He goes, whack.
Crunch.
Straight into Ollie Northam's back. He couldn't take it, though. Max McLaughlin has been tackled by 4 Colac players. And Ollie's just taking his time in the middle, too, after getting whacked right in the middle of the back. The big ruckman. So he's not going to be able to do the ruck work against Zoll. Oh, no, he's going to get up.
Did you see that? Lockie Simpkin just smacked James Gow in the face.
Did he really?
Yes.
Well, he's got a free kick for it too, James Gow. So
I don't like that high contact, the match review.
No, they'll definitely be looked at.
Yep.
It looks like Lockie Simpkin doesn't like James Gow either.
After that.
High long ball to right half forward on the juggle, not completed by DeGrandy and Joey's are minor premiers. They'll go straight to a second semi-final after completing the 3rd perfect season in GFNL history. No other teams, the North Shore in 98 and St Joey's in 17, have posted an 18-0 record, and Colac will watch on in September, and the Rowan McSparran era is over at Central Reserve. It's been a fine time that he's had with the Colac Tigers, Rowan McSparran. He's been a great of local football for more than 20 years. Geelong amateur, Bell Park, and as coach of Colac. But unfortunately, he hasn't been able to guide the Tigers into another finals campaign. They will see out season 2024 here at Drew Oval. But for St Joseph's, the new season